Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Realms of Awakened Essence, Season 8, Episode 4 Guilty as Charged. Today we have a special episode for you, one that may be a little bit controversial. Maybe not. We'll find out. Let's bring in our cast to introduce themselves.
I don't understand. I do not understand.
How's everyone doing?
Howdy.
Pretty good.
Howdy.
All right.
Mostly. We're all
I'm
doing
afraid
good.
I don't understand either.
Well, that's
We
very
don't
nice,
understand it,
Ashes, but I don't think you're... never mind. Nope.
What
nope.
is happening?
Alright, who do we want to start off with?
Well, why don't we start off with the lovely person that way?
Yes.
Oh, is that would be me, wouldn't it? That would be me, wouldn't it?
Yes,
Hi,
it would.
I am Atricia Noir. I normally play Ashes, but we'll see what happens. I may switch it up because, prerogative on changing my mind.
Fun purposes. For fun.
And now, all right, the one with the face of my greatest nightmare. Hi, Moogie.
Tell me what's going on. I'm gonna scream now. Wow.
He just jumps off a cliff. He's gone. Again.
He definitely jumped off that cliff.
Wait,
He's gonna leave a goblin-sized hole down at the bottom.
wait, no, there's a trampoline down. Oh, he's coming back up.
I am Dracathio, Faragath. I am your resident werewolf dwarf, and also your engineer, maybe. We don't know. And I'm going to be passing it off to that person.
I will be playing Dr. Vess, who is most assuredly thoroughly legal and above board.
Are you sure about that?
I'm not sure what this episode is about.
Are you sure about
Hold
that?
that out.
He looks like a doctor to me.
He holds many degrees, and unfortunately, one of those is not a law degree. So,
Oh.
I
How
will.
many of those are stolen?
Well, I said he was holding them. I didn't say he owned them.
Yeah, he's holding them. He has them. He has like
Of course
red
you did.
marker. He used the red
Oh.
marker to cross out someone
Yeah.
else's name and put his.
I think that's explicitly what his law degree or his medical degree was at one point. Was like that's crossed out with his name.
Doctor, PhD, and doctor.
You may be a doctor, but you're not really a smart doctor.
I will pass it to the person above.
Oh, it's me. Old one. Old, you have to say something. What am I supposed to say? Say something. Hello, it's me, Oldwin and Mage Hand. Where's Alex? He is sleeping right behind you. Oh. Well, either way, we're controlled by Gearbox. Howdy. Now, who else hasn't made their character known, if there is anyone else?
The one above you, Alduin.
Oh. Ah, yes, Arkham, our good friend. Say something. Ah. Hello?
Your mic's having issues.
Hang on.
There we go.
There you go.
It sounded like he zoomed by.
Here we go. It was a wholesome drive-by.
Ah!
Hello, testing.
This
One, two.
drive-by
Yeah, we're good.
is
I can hear you now.
Got it.
Okay.
I'm not doing that again, but I'm Constellation Squid, and then I will be playing, or so everybody calls, Edgelord.
potatoes.
Oh,
I mean, if the shoe fits, dear Arkham, wear it.
Yeah.
well, I think everybody has introduced themselves except for poor little me. Hi, I'm Rags. Let's see who else is here. Aya isn't because she's asleep. Um, uh, uh, Amelia's here, but it's not my Amelia. Let's see here. We'll soon see Lady Mary. Um, um, um. I know I'm forgetting somebody. Guys, am I forgetting anybody?
Forget about Anna. She got left behind.
You forgot my imaginary friend Steve.
Ooh.
Hello, I am your wonderful DM, playing all these lovely characters and more in this wonderful, wonderful legal version of an episode. I think we're going with, right?
Love how she
Yes.
just says legal. It's legal.
Now, let's do our little trailer. Is everyone ready?
Oh, let's do it.
All right, give me a moment to get to the
Oh,
episode
boy.
recap.
Let's go.
He was just an innocent doctor looking for a cure for his homeworld. But now, this doctor is about to face a taste of his own medicine. This Saturday, how far will they go to save their friend, whose fate is sealed?
Oh dear.
Done.
Realms of Awakened Essence, Season 8, Episode 4, Guilty as Charged. Premieres now.
Bum.
And we'll be right back after the opening intro, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned.
We stand together on the edge of the world. Battles all around us like flowers unfurled. One body, one mind, fighting for that last moment in time. We are heroes pushing back against the dark, making way for a brand new start. Here in these realms where the essence grows, making a new path for the light as it grows. Whatever the struggle, together we fly. Stand up to fight now, it is do or die.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Realms of Awakened Essence, Season 8, Episode 4, Guilty as Charged. Where we last left off our party, I'll let our storyteller take over.
Where we last left off our lovely, wonderful party, they just fought off some. They first arrived in Arkham's hometown that has been ransacked by some orcs, and he's not happy about it.
Well, not by some works, but you could. I'm not gonna clear it up. Just gonna sit here.
Were we fighting Medusas earlier?
Like there was a single orc, but there wasn't an army of orcs.
You don't know that.
It was a mix of orcs, probably.
You still don't know that. Hush.
Hush, beyond you.
While they're in this hometown, they went to an artificer that went and fixed their friend Ashes. Ashes, upon awakening, went, I gotta fix my gun, and asked permission of this artificer if they could use the shop. While Arkham and his friend went to the local bar. DiCaprio, Alduin, Alex, I think that was it, right? Oh, and uh,
Arkham?
no, Aya.
Hey, yep.
That's who. Had all gone to the bar. Aya got procured rooms for everybody and has gone to bed. This has been very trying, and she needs sleep. Um, they heard scuffling outside where they ended up fighting some enemies and met a particular person in their midst. Someone that they're going to be facing off in the future. It is right after that you are all coming down from the high of of fighting off the various things that you were fighting and the person that you just met. What do you do?
Are you sure this is
What's
correct?
happening?
Because I'm looking at the previous one, and everyone got teleported away by Lady Mary.
No,
Yes, and
that
this
was
is where they got teleported to.
yeah. Remember?
Okay.
Oh, okay, okay,
This was the one that you missed, dear.
Yeah, this is the one you missed. You missed.
okay.
Like they got teleported to this place.
Yes. Ugh.
So I'm not in any of this right now, so I just
Nope.
gotta sit back and relax.
Yep.
I think I from what I understand,
A
Vess is
break.
here, but I think me, the player, missed it. So
Yes. Yes.
okay.
Well, kind of. No. No. You weren't. You were transferred somewhere else. We'll get to
Okay.
you in just a minute.
All right. Fair enough.
Jucathio looks up and is kind of like, he's no longer buzzed from his experience in the bar, and he's decided to be, well, it's late, I'm gonna head off. And he
Just-
walks back, he just pivots and walks back into the bar, puts his great axe over his shoulder, and does a 180 and walks back into the building.
That was it. Mage Hand just says. So like we fight some people, a person shows up, and I remember I'm pissed off about it, and then they leave.
I don't know. And I actually said that thank you for transporting. I don't think we could have made it here any other way or any quicker either.
Mm. She smiled and said, "It was no problem, really."
Well, I mean, it
Well,
is late, and I think some of us would like to get some sleep.
mm. Please, by all means, don't let me keep you.
Okay.
Because Ashes doesn't sleep like a normal person.
No, Ash just doesn't. Um. So, do all of you go back into the bar to take up your rooms?
I do, yes.
You do.
At least I'm already at least in one of my rooms. I'm in my
Okay.
Yeah.
already resting.
Okay.
Aldwin cautiously walks to his room, but confused because like, Mage Hand, why you've been so quiet and stressed since we've been here, and you're not gonna respond to me. Cool. What? What were you saying, Aldwin? Never mind. Walking into his
And
room.
Amelia just kind of shakes her head and also kind of walks in and goes, why? I have been put with this group of people. Why? I asked for some time off. Why? And you're kind of hearing her mutter as she's also going to her room.
Yeah. Ashes will actually leave the tavern and go for a moonlight walk because technically they're wide awake and
Yes,
will not have to sleep for a long time.
that is true.
Please excuse me real quick. I gotta step away from the mic. I will be right back.
You're fine.
So, yeah, they
Okay.
will, walk around town.
Okay. All right. Well, everybody else is settling down. Ashes, you're taking your walk. It's beautiful out here. You can see the moon. It's a big full moon.
Alex is
Um,
literally just curled up somewhere.
uh-huh. Um, not that many people out.
Huh.
Just kind of.
Mhm.
It's really nice. It's quiet. You could hear the nighttime time sounds in the forest.
Yeah, it's good that it's quiet because, she's walking around the town with a hellhound at her side.
Yeah, and the hellhound is just following you around. Just kind of looking at you with those big puppy dog eyes. With a slight wag of the tail.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
being a
just,
dog, essentially.
yeah, yeah, and she's enjoying it because it's peaceful for once.
Yes, it is. For the rest of you, well, let's go to Vess.
Okay.
I'm the best.
Vess, you had been picked up, and you've been transported, but you don't know where you've been transported.
Okay. I'll look around.
Mm. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Re.
I rolled a 1 for a total of 2.
Oh, well, it has 4 walls, a ceiling, and a floor.
Well, at
It's
least
a
it
room.
meets the minimum requirements of a room.
Yeah,
True.
I like that
It's
idea.
very roomy.
Just pat it. You just pat your hands.
Oh.
You just pat your hands around. It's like, yep, this is a room.
I'll look around and I'll maybe attempt to summon Gabrielle.
At least this place is not
And
non-Euclidean.
I'll ask her like, "Do you know where we are?" And I'm assuming she's just gonna shrug. She's like,
She appears. She kind of looks. Hmm, hmm, hmm. She happens to look at with it. There are openings. She looks at one of the openings and Vess, my dear, I think we're in a jail cell.
"Wait, what?"
Yes, I mean those are bars up there. She points up to one of the openings.
Oh, I just assumed that was for security so that people wouldn't break in.
Or from you being uh, uh words. I
Breaking
have them
out.
from you getting out.
Ooh.
Is at
Well,
this point that Gabrielle is holding something in her hand.
Ooh. Oh,
Oh,
I
oh
enjoy the.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, here.
I
oh,
enjoy.
oh.
I really enjoy the concept the bars are actually really far apart. And he's just like, I can't get out, but he could just like.
Yeah, but they're really high up. He's
Yeah.
too short. He can't reach the bars.
Yeah.
No, he can't reach.
Gabrielle is has got something in her hand and she's
Okay.
handing it to you.
I'll take it. I believe it's like a rolled up paper, right?
It's
It
a
is.
rolled up scroll with a nice bow
Okay.
and like a wax seal.
And a wax seal.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, this looks neat. This looks promising. He'll undo the bow and open it up, and I can read it if we want.
Please.
Yeah, go ahead.
Dear Dr. Vess, by the order of the heavens, it has come to our attention that you have violated your agreement to not tamper with the temporal timelines. In accordance with Temporal Order 7801-2C, we have evidence to suggest that you have, on multiple accounts, violated the statute of the gods, and therefore, we are requesting your presence in the case involving you and your actions. Please arrive to your hearing today to state your position on this matter. Failure to report may result in execution, banishment, or other serious penalty. This is considered a court summons and is non-negotiable as decreed by Godly Order 2101-A for the betterment of the realms, as well as the amendment to Order 3420, which states that all gods, demigods, and immortal beings who violate the laws of the gods must stand trial in heavenly court for their sins. Respectfully yours, the order of the gods. And he'll like crunch it up and he'll say, this must be some kind of mistake.
That point, you hear a knock on the door.
It's meant for someone else named Vess.
He'll look over and be like, come in.
The big, heavy door, and now you've noticed it's big and heavy, and it creaks.
Yes, Jody,
You
massive
see,
door.
I thought that was just
there
a
are,
wall.
yeah, there are 2 guards there, and what you see, and I have her particular. I have to go to a completely different thing. Give me a minute. Stand by. Ooh. What you see in front of you, Vess, is a 4-foot tall human, blue to purple hair, wearing glasses. She is actually wearing a nice buttoned up white shirt, a blue jacket, nice slacks, and boots.
Hello, he'll say.
Now I know why Lady Mary has snatched me.
Oh, you're a friend of Lady Mary's. Oh, good. Look, I need help. There's been some kind of misunderstanding here.
There's not been a misunderstanding, although V would have been a lot better doing this than I would, but I see why she snatched me. You have been called up for court, and I am your defense lawyer.
Oh, that's
My
promising.
my name is Amelia.
Oh,
Just
pleasure
and
to meet you.
she kind of just sits down, and she kind of does this and goes, I know about this much of court because
Okay.
I used to be in the uh, in a organization that dealt with maintaining time.
More than I know, so that I appreciate the help.
Well, we've got to come up with a strategy for your defense.
Oh, yes. Do we know which incident this is referring to? He says, like, really cautiously.
Multiple.
She pulls out her it looks like she's supposed to come in with one of those briefcases, brown briefcases with the thing that folds over like this.
Mhm.
And she uh she pulls it open. She's taking like very small stacks of paper out. Like this thing was thin to begin with, but the amount of paper that she's pulling out of it, you're beginning to wonder that this particular bag might be magical. You don't know. And she goes, of course, it's always at the bottom. And she pulls it out, and she says, well, I know the charges against you.
Okay, that'll be helpful.
Yeah, uh, these are the charges. You have 1 count of tampering with the temporal timelines. Uh,
Okay.
Destruction of an alien species.
Wait, what? Okay, all right.
9 billion counts of first-degree murder.
He kind of like looks aside.
1,000 counts of first-degree temporal violation of temporal law. I'd love to have you explain that one to me. Uh,
Like,
400 counts of second and degree of that first one. Uh, 72 counts of reckless endangerment. 53 counts of negligent spell casting.
Only 53. Okay, well that's a plus.
I don't
Two,
like how you said that.
2 accounts of reckless driving of a spacefaring vessel. What did you do? Did you crash it?
I sort of. I mean, to be fair, it was my first time behind the. I don't know. It wasn't really a wheel. Looked more like little bits of candy that were glowing.
2 accounts of kidnapping. What
Ah,
did you actually take children?
I hope not. I mean, I gotta really think about that one actually.
Mm. Multiple counts of wow, that's a word. And she shows you she flips the paper around and she shows you the word. That's a word.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am returned.
Oh,
Hey,
Cool.
why is my camera off?
I don't know.
it's yeah. I think you just flipped it off while you were out.
No, I didn't flip it off.
No, no,
Oh.
no, no, no. Kenny
Kenny
did.
Kenny flipped it off.
Mm.
And other minor charges not listed.
What I
So
miss?
so to put it bluntly, Vess, I think you're in a whole heap of trouble.
Okay, all right. So, yeah, this is kind of serious. It looks like they've kind of gathered everything in a bit of a lump, and this is going to take a bit to untangle. Um, can we issue a summons for my friends? I mean, I gotta assume they're gonna at least be character witnesses.
Well, let's see here. Well, one of them is not going to be able to be. Well, one of them can't come to the courtroom because of what they are. So I think we better leave them.
Okay.
Yeah. One of them can't come because of because of uh, Lady Mary was very vague on why this Leilana can't show up. Eh,
I imagine there'd be complications with respect to dealing with divine authorities.
true.
I
Let's see.
missed.
I can call. Ooh, there's a person that we can call for your character. I think goblin.
Oh, yes, call him definitely.
Yes. Okay. Right,
Call
right,
the
right, right, right,
goblin.
right, right. You see her. She has a pad and paper, and she's going right, 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 right. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Unfortunately, I also know who the prosecution is, and you're not going to like it either.
Oh, okay.
It's the person
There
that called.
is
The calls who?
there is a knock at the door.
Oh, come on. I wanted to... Don't leave me on a cliffhanger.
Oh,
Thank
a
you.
look,
Yeah,
a
they're
look
they're
at a look.
knocking at the door that they're to the little thing they're in.
Okay. What now? She gets up. Let them in.
Vess, you would take a wild guess at who you see standing in the doorway?
The door
I
again opens out,
I have a guess, but is
and
is it a
well,
goblin?
No.
Oh no. Who is
no.
it then?
Got yourself in a mess of trouble, I see, my little rogue. How juicy for you.
Squeak.
Who is it, by the
What?
way?
What's with that little face? Don't recognize your patron god? I'm disappointed.
Who are you?
You don't remember me, Baal, patron god of murder and death? Have you forgotten the mark I placed on you?
Apparently.
Oh dear.
I like the
This is
Wait,
going to be
idea that...
fun.
I think.
I can't wait to watch how you get yourself out of this one.
Well, hold up. I feel like there's been a mix-up here. I'm pretty sure that
Oh, no,
you're
no,
not
no,
my
no, no,
patron.
no.
Well, why can't I
Yes, I
not...
claimed you the first time.
Why can't I get the vision out of my head of him like looking frantically for the mark?
Yeah, no, it's like Ball looks away and he's like peeking under his jacket.
Yeah, he's like, where?
It's on the back of your neck, Vess.
Well, how would I even know it's there if that was where it
Remember
was?
the first time Moogie came to court?
Sure, I remember that.
And you needed a patron god to claim you to let you go back to the world?
Oh, that's right.
Now you remember. Let's see
I
how you get out of this one.
didn't think.
But
Oh
I am
no.
here to help you, after all, because you're my little giblet, aren't you? He
Well,
opens his hand. Take this. This is a good reminder of all the good you've done. It's a little trinket with a chain on it that has a upside down black cross.
He'll like gingerly reach out and take it and like hold it with two claws.
Bye bye now. Don't have too much fun without me.
I'll try not to. Bye.
You're, wait, are any of one of our other characters witnessing this, or are we still at the hotel?
No, it's all in a private jail cell.
all of the private jail cell.
That's will wait until
It's
Ball
just now
leaves.
very uneasy.
He'll wait till Ball leaves.
No, Ball already left. He clapped his
Okay.
hands and he's gone.
He'll turn to Amelia and be like, "Okay, this is some misunderstanding. Like, sure, technically,
Okay, so what is it that you did for all these charges?
um,
As your lawyer, you can talk to me. There, that there's that
okay,
lawyer-client confidentiality business. So, come on, spill.
okay. So there may in fact be a planet that has gone missing. I may have been involved in a tangential way. I have to assume with these number of charges that about adds up, but you have to understand, like, that planet needed to disappear and it needs to stay gone.
You sound worse than my good friend Jump. Although Jump would have had a different way of doing things.
Thank you, I think.
Well, you're magical. Jump isn't.
Yes. Speaking to that effect, like there is a technicality that we need to navigate carefully.
Yes.
Paul might be able to stake a claim to being a patron, but he is not legitimately my patron. He is not where I get my magic from.
Well, we'll cross that particular legal bridge when we get to it.
Okay, but it may be difficult to prove who my patron actually is. So, like, we may have to find a way to prove that he is not my patron for the purposes of spellcasting, but we may not be able to invoke my actual patron.
As I said, we'll cross that bridge when we legally get to it.
Okay, all right.
All right. Now, at the scene, with Amelia sitting on one side of this, mysteriously a table and two chairs have popped up in this room. She's sitting on one side of the table. Vess, you're sitting across from her, and there's mounds and mounds of paper between you, and you two are talking about this court case.
It's so juicy.
We will move ahead a little bit, and the rest of you are sleeping. And Arkham, Alduin, Alex.
Mhm.
You three feel like you're having this. Yes. You three feel like you're being lifted out of your sleeping bodies and transported somewhere.
No.
What about Moogie? Where's he at?
Moogie will come in a minute.
Okay.
Your
I wake up.
Cathune's just in his bed, like hugging his great axe.
Oh.
You look around like, wait a minute. No. No. No.
Oldwood goes, what is happening? And Mage Hand goes, not this
Arkham,
shit again!
Arkham, you open your eyes and you see two enormous doors. They are painted white. They are um inset with gold leaf. They are maniculate, and they have like dragon motifs everywhere. And Alduin and Alex, you also see the same thing. As a matter of fact, the three of you are standing there.
I like the idea that Arkham is just like standing and all of a sudden he hears, ah!
Pretty much.
Come on!
Oldwood just goes, oh, are we?
Actually,
we beginning
Alduin and Alex. Alex
Yeah.
was there the first time, right?
Oldwood and Alex have been there before. Well,
Okay.
they've been put to court before.
Yeah, okay. Alduin, Alex, give me a history check.
It's so they mentally blocked it out.
Yeah, yep.
They just didn't want to think
And
about it.
while you two are rolling this, Mookie,
Huh?
you had also been transported away, although you don't remember where.
Where am I? What's going on here?
You're in a hallway, an immaculate hallway. Wait a minute, you've been here before. As a matter of fact, you just came from here.
Oh, this is not good. This is never good. Hello? Anyone there?
Okay.
Okay, what weirdness are we in now? Someone explain to me.
And Mookie, as you're saying, hello, anybody there?
Oh, okay. Alex managed to remember, but both Oldwin and Mage Hand do not.
Okay, Alex, you've been here before. When a
Mate,
certain goblin was on trial.
Alex just goes, oh no, no, oh come on, no, why? And Oldwin goes, oh, why are you going no? Don't you remember? We here before. And Mage Hand just goes, oh, we blocked this out, didn't we? Probably. Or you forgot.
Um, so, Mookie, as you're saying hello, one of the doors opens, and what you see, I will describe her, and then you can jump in. Okay.
Okay.
What you see is a 5'7" tall tiefling, red-skinned, black hair, with green eyes.
Is this the doorkeeper?
Well, you could ask as Moogie.
How? Do you know where I'm supposed to go?
Somebody explain to me
Oh,
what the hell
I'm
is going on.
I'm
We'll get back to
sorry,
you.
adorable, but I'm afraid I don't know who you are.
As a matter of fact, you also don't know how you managed to get here. You just appeared behind this door and heard goblin shouting.
She just kind of, and frankly, I think I'm as lost as you are.
I know where I am.
Well, good. Then you have one up on me.
You
I don't
hear
like the fact that I know where I am either. Good.
Mookie, you hear this. I'm not going to make you roll. You hear this from down the hallway. Will the witnesses please come down the hall into the chamber? Very, very loudly.
Wait.
Well, it's not this cap again. Okay,
What's
later.
Arkham
And,
is
and
just
by the way, Arkham, Alduin, and Alex, you also hear this.
By the way, lady, I think I know why we're here. You might want to follow.
what is going on?
You can, darling, you can call me Shay. She says, and she'll walk with him.
Okay, that's fair.
Not walking 1 mile until someone explains to me what in the hell is going
Alex
on here.
goes, unless you want to get smited, we're going. He says, we're picking you up.
I try to make my body as heavy as lead. It's like I'm not moving 1 inch.
Alex just uses he uses the ability of being a werewolf and being so hunched down to take advantage of just you doing that because he can't actually handle that weight and he just starts walking and goes, "We're going." And Oldwin just goes, "Okay, I don't fully remember, but you have a tendency of not remembering, do you?" "Yeah." Mage Hand just goes,
And,
"That's Oldwin for you."
and the doors open, and Arkham and Shay, this is what you see. It looked like it's uh an amphitheater. It looks like amphitheater seating with 2 desks or 2 seating areas that way down at the bottom. There looks like to be a another across the way, another uh, uh desk with a like a disc with a gavel on top of it. There is a sitting next to it, to the right, is another box.
Arkham just starts realizing where he is, and it's just like,
Now,
that's it. That's it. I'm going home.
No, you're staying here.
No,
the
no,
disc,
no, no.
the disc is sitting on top of a floating cylinder, right? Like
Yes.
last time.
Yes.
Okay.
I look at Aldrin and I'm like, Aldrin, I have warrants.
Oldwin goes, "Well, I'm not the one holding you. Alex is."
To the far right, there's another place where there are 12 seats.
The good old jury box.
Mm-hmm. Uh, so Arkham has obviously figured out where he is.
Trying to
Moogie,
get
do you
out.
want to explain to your new friend where you are?
Moogie.
Yes.
So, this is the God's courtroom. But we're going in through the witness doors, so I don't think either one of us are on trial.
Moogie, you do see Arkham, Alex, Alduin, and
Yeah.
Mage Hand.
Oh.
They don't seem on trial either. What the hell's going on?
Mage Hand just goes, "Hello, hello. We got problems." And you can just see Alex holding on to Arkham's just writhing.
Oh, he's holding him. That's a bad sign.
Tricathio is
moving!
also sitting next to them, and he's just like sharpening his axe with like one of these like little like sharpening tools.
Why do you have an axe in here?
Actually, Tricathio, you are sitting there,
Yeah.
but you're see-through.
Yeah, you're a specter.
You're a specter, and you're actually sitting behind the witness.
Like, why is he see-through, but we're not? What's going on here?
Why am I a ghost?
Okay, calm down and I'll explain it to you.
Explain.
This is a courtroom of the gods. We're witnesses for something. We're not on trial here. So just sit down, be calm, and don't say anything until you're spoken to. Because if you talk out of line, it's going to be really bad for you. Very, very bad.
Arkham just throws up his hands like, gods, I can't stand them.
Well, don't shout it out loud.
Well,
You just
hear me.
a very
Hush.
None of them already know how
A
I
very
feel.
pleasant, a very pleasant tiefling walks forward, and then suddenly her demeanor gets sinister.
Uh-oh.
And I will roll the intimidate. 22. She says to Arkham, "Now, I don't know what your particular problem is, but I suggest you sit down before I wipe you from existence. Do you understand me?"
You
I
better
look at her
her.
like, promise, with a grin on my face.
Yes. Thank you.
Nah.
Okay, look, Arkham, it's like this. In the courtroom of the gods, witnesses are to be spoken to and ask questions. You don't get to freely talk. If you do, and the judge notices, and if it's the judge who I think it is, you're not going to be here very long.
Okay, let me
If
put
you
it to you
think
like this.
she's scary, you should wait till you see him. Okay?
Let me-
And as
let-
for the gods, I'm a demigod. Okay?
Then you
So
already
you're-
know how I feel about gods, right? You know my whole origin. You know
Okay,
how much I
fine.
put.
You want to talk during the court hearing and get yourself quickly squashed? Go ahead. I won't care. Just shut up.
Bro,
At that,
can I roll for
I will say,
intimidation? Can I roll for intimidation to say, what did you just say?
I will state that whenever Shay did her intimidate, she commanded the presence of a red dragon when she laid into Arkham just now. Just putting that out there.
so roll your intimidate.
I did, and it was 20.
Okay. Anybody who wants to be affected by this,
Wait, he's
roll your
rolling intimidate?
Yes, he is.
Okay, hang on a second. I gotta pull up my Moogie character sheet.
Aldwin and Alex shouldn't be affected by this, but they
Let me
are.
put my ad up too, because of
Wait, what? Okay.
Ah!
Oh no.
Who did we lose?
Oh
Who did
no.
we lose?
Oh, there comes back.
There.
But either way, okay, what am I rolling?
For those of you who are going to be affected by this, please roll your wisdom saving throws.
I really like the idea that Alex is just not in the mood, but he has a high wisdom.
Yes, I can believe that.
Mm,
Yeah, I'm gonna roll for Alex just for the fun of it. Hey, I rolled a 15. Neat.
yeah, I'm just gonna go with the fact that she stared down a red drag as nothing.
Uh-huh.
dragon. I'm a black dragon.
That doesn't
Yeah,
mean
black
crap to
dragons are
her.
wicked and red.
Alex rolled a 15, but Olin rolled a 20.
Don't
A
don't then
natural
don't
20.
worry then don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You're not
Yeah.
you're kind of
Plus 2, 22.
Okay, Moogie is going to counter roll intimidation against Arkham.
okay.
And since he's in the god realm, he is using his godly power.
Oh no.
Oh, come on.
You gotta remember, Mag has his hand on all the cookie jars.
Ooh, him?
Yep.
Moogie has like his hand in
So
every cookie jar.
you rolled a 20 for yours, right?
Yeah.
I rolled a 21 for mine. Sorry, sweetie.
I have a 22, though.
22. Wait,
Yeah.
didn't you say you rolled a 20?
He
Yes.
and
I
he
wrote-
He
added
didn't add.
Yeah, I added
What
my
is wait,
intimidation.
what is my godhood
Intimidation.
bonus then?
I
Isn't
don't
it
know. I
It's
honestly
a
don't
plus
know.
4.
Oh, shit. Then never
Oh,
mind.
so that means it's a plus 12 to my intimidation total on my sheet then. So
Gotcha.
11 plus 12.
23.
A 23.
So one more point. Yeah, Moogie stares you down like I don't care. Shut up.
I just
Shut up.
say, no, without saying the F word, I say, F you, your mama.
At about that time, and I do not have his description, so let me go ahead and look that up. That is not how you spell that. Oop, there we go.
So explain to me this: why are we in court anyways?
Just told you, we're witnesses. Somebody
Why?
else is being put on trial.
But
We're
why
here
am I
to...
a witness?
Because you're part of the group.
But
You're
but
part of the
but
group.
I
You deal
don't.
with it.
But so is our axe-wielding drunk, and he's a ghost.
Yeah. And
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 I want to be.
the
I want.
gods decide how this stuff is done, okay? Don't question it. It'll just make your head go...
okay,
You demigods just love screwing with me, don't you?
what walked out as you guys are having this conversation is a platinum dragonborn with large wings,
Holy crap!
Who that is.
wearing what looks to be like a blue tunic and a very bright what looks to be like a medallion on his chest. And he comes and goes, "Oyez, oyez, all rise!"
oh,
It's,
Yeah, sure. We'll stand.
And stand
I,
up, stand up.
I just sit. I slowly just get up.
I'm pretty sure Alex is still holding you, unless he let go of you anytime soon.
Grabs the back of the chair and lifts
You're
the
being
chair.
forced to stand anyway.
Yeah. Alex was kind of standing the whole time, mainly because him and
Oh,
sitting isn't very
this is
comfortable.
great. I know who that is.
Who is he?
Who is-
Department 8 of the Heavenly Court is now in session.
Ah,
He's the royal
Judge-
paladin of the judge.
Judge Bahamut presiding.
I didn't even know that gods had court.
Everyone reads to roll a Constitution saving throw to stand up, to stay standing up, including Moogie. He has to roll it too.
19.
Okay.
Okay, I think you managed it.
come on. Old
I'm
one
ju-
man.
I just- I look at the wolf like I didn't even know gods do these things.
I don't know
Why?
why. Anyways, old one managed the roll of 15. Now, how about Alex with his? Oh, Alex rolled. Alex, please.
That's an 8 from Tricathio. He's
Okay,
wobbling on
Moogie
his...
rolled a 22. He managed to stand up.
What did Shay roll?
26.
You're fine.
All right, you guys feel a rumble under your feet as this massive white dragon with enormous wings and gold-plated armor crawls in a spiral up the center cylindrical cylinder in the middle of the room, and plops most of his haunch on top of the disc where the gavel's at.
Big gavel.
And also about this time, you see this bailiff says, "Please be seated." At about this time, you see two more groups of people come in. One is, well, that's Dr. Vest, at least the back of him.
Well, look.
And there is standing Amelia, although she's dressed very nicely. She's in a suit,
Oh, a suit.
a blue suit, a blue power suit.
This is the one on trial. This is not good. Uh-oh.
What's he on
Why-
trial for, anyways?
Yeah, why is
I
he
don't
trial?
know. That's the problem. We don't know.
What did he do to
See,
get this?
Another
piece of
reason
shit?
why the gods I despise, because nobody
I'm-
tells me anything,
I'm sure they're going to tell us something in a moment.
and then they're going
But
to twist it, and then they're going to make it so that we lose. Gods do that.
What comes in through the other door while you're having this very hushed conversation is Lady Mary. She's also dressed in a suit. It is almost a black, not black, a dark gray suit with pants and shoes. She still has her glasses. Coming in is what looks to be an attendant.
Oh, I should
But
post the dragon in OOC, shouldn't I?
You can, yes.
yes.
By the
Um,
way, go
uh,
ahead. Sorry.
attendant. Although they're not walking, they're in a well, it looks to you like a cart with great big old wheels in the front and little tiny wheels in the well, big wheels in the back and little tiny wheels in the front.
Little tiny wheels.
For those that are in the courtroom with the witnesses and stuff, this is what you see sitting at the judge's desk.
Big fella.
That is Bahamut.
Yes.
He's a big
Um.
fella.
Also coming into this room is the um jury. They all stand. They're they're still standing. The two Amelia and Lady Mary are standing. You see other people, kind of filing in at this point.
Vess will turn and look around the room and then see the witness area, and he'll be like, "Hi guys."
I feel like he's trying to like hushily just wave.
Moogie looks directly into your eyes, Vess, and then he face palms hard.
How did you get here? And you just look at Alex, and you just see Alex's utter confusion intensify. Meanwhile, Alduin is just constantly in a state of confusion, so it's not really a new look.
Yeah, Moogie is disappointed in you, Vess.
Just look at I just look at
disappointed.
Beth like, what did you?
He'll shrug too, like.
I just simply say without anybody hearing me, like,
All right. So everyone's standing, I'm assuming, still?
Yes. But most everybody's still standing.
All right. When you're ready.
Shoot.
I just did the first bit of that.
Oh, who's the clerk? Hold on. Oh, the judge says that prosecuting attorney has to say something.
It's the judge that has to say something.
Oh,
It's
who's
good
playing the
afternoon.
judge?
Yeah, that-
Bahamut looks around. Be seated.
The bailiff then steps up and says, calling the case of People of the Realms versus Dr. Vest.
we're doomed.
We're doomed.
Well, it was nice knowing you, Vess.
And then the bailiff looks at Bahamut and kind of goes, well, and Lady Mary goes, ready for the people, Your Honor. And the defense attorney, and you see Amelia just kind of go, ready for the defense, Your Honor. And just kind of does one of her. And the clerk
The
now
court
stands.
session begin.
The clerk, you say that, and the clerk says, are you doing the clerk track?
Yes. Will the jury please stand and raise their right hand? Do each of you swear that you will fairly try this case before this court and that you will return a true verdict according to the evidence and the instructions of this heavenly court? So help you God. Please say I do.
We do.
You may be seated.
And the jury sits. Then Lady Mary gets up from her seat or her where she's sitting and goes, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I am here to prove that Dr. Vest has willingly put people into jeopardy and has disrupted the temporal timeline. It will be proven in this court. A second. Where is it? It will be proven in this court that he is being accused of tampering with the temporal timelines. 72 counts of reckless endangerment. 53 counts of negligent spellcasting. 2 counts of reckless driving of a spacefaring vehicle. And other charges. And as she's doing this, she's walking back and forth and she's got her hands behind her back.
Vess, roll a perception check.
Oh, all right. Uh, 15.
You look up and you can just barely make out there are stacks of books and files on the judge's desk. You can't quite see how tall they are, but you know they're really thick in layers. And one stack on the right side, which would be his left, there's a stack of papers that go all the way up to the roof. And the roof is really tall. It is high up there.
That is what this prosecution will prove to the jury. And she's very stern as she turns. She does a very smart about face. She goes back, sits down. The person sitting next to her kind of leans over and kind of does a thumbs up and a huge smile, and Lady Mary kind of does that.
That's just gonna glare at Lady Mary, and kind of shake his head.
That's fair. Now Amelia will stand up and go, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I am here to prove that this simple kobold did not do these heinous acts that he is being accused of. That he is completely innocent. And actually, he went and saved his entire planet. That is what I am intending to prove with character witnesses and proof and evidence that he is not guilty of these crimes. Thank you. And she doesn't do quite the about face, but she does turn around and walk back, and she sits down next to Vez. And what were you going to say, Markham?
I look at the other slut and whisper, "Look at fry him. Get Vess out of here."
Old one's just like, but that's really. Look at him. Doesn't look like he would hurt a fly. Okay, maybe a fly, but like.
Fry! I said fry!
I know, but like, I mean, why?
Are they talking amongst themselves or?
Yes,
Yeah.
they're talking amongst
They're
themselves.
just like such a harsh punishment. Like, look at him. What do you want to punch that? Okay, maybe, but.
Moogie is like glaring at you both.
Mage Hand just kind of like mutters like, if we weren't in the court right now, I would. Oldwin.
Just said to be quiet. Ugh.
Like you just see Mage.
But how the hell are we gonna save Dr. Vess? With all those accounts, he's guilty. I whisper without anybody hearing me. Without anyone else hearing.
It's
he's guiltier than a cat caught in a mouth with a bird in its mouth.
Don't hurt yourself thinking, okay?
I I rolled a slap.
Chris, are you saying something because you're not picking up on your mic?
Well, I'm trying to say something.
Okay.
Lady Mary gets up and says, "The people would like to call their first witness into the court." As she's looking up at the judge.
He waves his giant dragon paw.
I call Mad Maggie into the court.
What?
That
Even track just nearly makes like a shocked face and sound.
And you see this hag, all smiles,
all smiles as usual.
walk up to the little witness stand, and the and the the clerk comes up and says,
Do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God?
"I swear, dearie."
I'll never get over
You
this.
may assume the witness stand.
"Thank you, dearie." And she is standing in the witness box. Now, what the questions are being asked of Bad Maggie that Lady Mary is asking her is, did you see Vess do anything? The reason why Bad Maggie has been called is that this particular group, Sans Arkham, and Shay have entered into her realm. Did this individual named Dr. Vess do anything that was illegal in her realm of Avernus?
Arkham just remains silent.
I don't think
It just
Arkham
looks up like
confused.
And Mad Maggie looks at Lady Mary, then looks over at Vess and gives you one of her sickening smiles and goes, "Why, yes, dearie."
The mage hand just goes, "Oh no, not good. He didn't do anything that
She
bad."
points to Vess. "This one freed my Holophant."
Oh, yeah.
Objection.
You're not about
Are
to
you
speak.
saying that? Or
Yes.
are you poking
No,
Amelia's
Best just throws his hand up and says objection.
I love Vess. Vess is my favorite as much as everyone else's.
Lady Mary whips around and goes, "I believe you're not the one to say that."
Oh,
Oh yeah.
sorry.
look at Vess. I just face palm over while looking at Vess. Look, Your
Amelia,
Honor.
Amelia will look over at Vess and go, "I think I'm the one that's supposed to say that."
Sorry. I was kind of winging it as I went along too. I mean, you can
I
do
like
it if you want.
I like the idea of Vess is
Amelia
kind of
will then
frozen.
stand up and go, "Objection, Your Honor. What does this have to do with the charges against him?"
He kind of leans forward, pondering for a moment. Sustained. Continue.
"Thank you, Your Honor."
Thank you. Say to Amelia. He'll stick his tongue out at Lady Mary too.
Lady Mary's the villain.
God. And Mad Maggie then proceeds to describe what she goes. "This one," pointing to Dr. Vess, "went sneaking through my compound, went up to where I was entertaining the Hierophant named Lulu, and proceeded to steal Lulu from me."
Oh, hold on, Your Honor. If it please the court, Dr. Vest has saved plenty of lives. Okay, sure, he may have broken a couple rules, but he thought about others along the way. Without him, I wouldn't even be here.
The judge turns his head and looks at you.
No, he has a point.
Yeah, but yeah, to him you're talking out of line.
Yeah.
Silence. And he claps his hand, and the whole courtroom shakes with thunder.
Arkham's just like, God. Under his breath without anybody hearing it.
You better be quiet. One snap from here, he can destroy you instantly.
I'm just saying, this whole thing about Vest here is just ridiculous, Your Honor.
Please, Arkham, don't get yourself killed now.
Your Honor, my apologies for Arkham speaking out of turn.
I like the idea that both Oldwood and
Lady
Alex
Mary is
just
also
zip it.
yeah. Lady Mary is also kind of looking at Arkham with the Spockian raised eyebrow,
I like the idea
which
that
I cannot
Alex.
do.
I like that Alex is like looking at Arkham and doing like the zip it like motion with his hand. Like,
No, I won't zip it. He's our friend.
well, yes, but dude.
I just whispered to you.
May I explain this to you very carefully, because God Court is different from regular court. One wrong move here, and that's it for you. You don't live, you don't be reborn, you don't die, you get turned into something else. My apologies for his outburst, Your Honor. Please continue.
I just glare at the judge.
Vessel turned to look at Arkham and would be like, "Thank you."
Yeah.
I love it. I love it so much. Lady Mary will then turn back around and look at Van Mackie. Thank you. That is all my questions. Your witness, and she points to
Amelia.
Amelia. Amelia stands up, walks over to Van Maggie, and goes, "Isn't it true that you were the one who had Lulu captured and was a slave? And what Dr. Vest did was
I'm
free
gonna
her."
disappear for just 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay. And Mad Maggie says, "Well, that is preposterous. Lulu was a guest of mine. And that kobold over there."
You were muted.
No, I'm not.
Okay, well, you said something and it just cut out for a second, so.
That is her reaction.
Oh,
That
okay. So
kobold over there, ...
Got it.
It's just like, wait, I don't have a case here.
I
She-
acted
she-
in defense of that Oliphant.
She gives you the worst look ever. And went on to save other people from your realm, which I do not see any bearing in this court with the charges that he is charged with. And now you hear Mad Maggie seething like a tea kettle.
Oh no, that's a
Arkham
loud
just
noise.
begins to scratch. Is Arkham sitting, or is he like?
He's sitting.
He's just scratching the bench with his claws, and
You- just like, what are you doing?
trying not to burst out of like anger over this.
Right.
Okay.
And then Amelia will
Hey, I'm
turn
back.
around and
Mhm.
will turn around and go, "No more questions." And she sits down. And the bailiff, clerk goes,
I don't know what my cue is.
"The witness may now leave."
The witness may now leave the bench.
the witness box, but
Yes.
yes.
Yep. Sorry.
And Mad Maggie could just kind of, you could hear the mad tea kettle all the way back up to where she was sitting.
Ooh, my tea's ready.
I
Tea!
call. Lady Mary stands up again. The next witness I call for the people is Rags the kobold. And what you see is Rags kind of doing the walk of shame as she walked up to the witness stand.
Do you, Rags, swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you and the gods?
I do.
May I assume the witness stand.
Thank you. And she looks like she's just kind of gotten. If she could get any shorter, she would be.
Vess will lean over to Amelia and will be like, she can't possibly have anything bad to say about me. This will be fine.
We'll be fine.
Arkham just looks worried, like,
That walk of shame was very suspicious, Mage Hand just says.
Dracathio's just munching on like beef jerky, like pulling it.
I don't think there's food allowed with the court, Dracathio.
it's just
It's
like
also a
this,
spectral, so I'm wondering if it's landing on the floor after he eats.
Yeah.
So, Rags sits up there, and Lady Mary walked up and says, and asks her, "Were you privy to anything wrong to what Dr. Vess, the accused, has done?" And Rags kind of goes, "Yes, and I facilitated in that. Well, some of it. Well, maybe all of it." "I'm sorry, Vess."
I'm looking at this. I'm just like,
This is not looking good. Alex just
Well-
kind of says through gritted teeth. It's quiet because gritted teeth, but yeah.
Well, we
Yeah,
should
I
be.
know.
I think Rags and I should be proud of how that played out. That's it. He'll
Mm.
like reach up to hit the table because he's pretty short, like the defense table he's behind, and then he'll like pull himself up and like climb up onto it.
Oh, Vess. Oh, if Vess dies, I'll be so sad.
just like, oh god, this is gonna get the chair.
He's gonna get himself killed.
And you thought
And
I
you
was
he-
gonna? I just look
and
at the
you
others.
hear and you hear Rags go into this very uh
Just look at the others. Like, you thought I was gonna get him killed?
Someone's gonna get. Somehow he's gonna die, probably. Mage Hand just says.
Track just leans over with like a little bit of beef jerky in his mouth, and he says, "I'm sorry to say, but it sounds like his kobold is cooked." As he gets,
Things are stacking up. And Alex just sitting there, and all of a sudden the crystal appears behind him, and he just goes, "Not now." What? What do you mean you don't like how this is turning? I no one likes how this is turning out. Just
You
don't.
know how this is turning out, but this is. But
What-
we're doing nothing to stop this. The
Well,
gods have all the leverage on all this.
Alex goes, "Don't give the crystal ideas.
Don't give them ideas. They've already got ideas. You
Don't
gotta
give her
remember,
damn
these are,
ideas."
but they're gods. Remember, they don't play fair. They
He
play to
didn't.
win.
Alex
And
looks at
we're,
Crystal and goes, "Don't do anything rash. I
I'm
know
trying.
you like life or something, but don't like do something stupid."
Look, I can promise I won't do so killed.
I'm talking about both you and my crystal, Alex says while pointing at you and the crystal.
Look.
yeah. While you two are having this very quiet conversation, you are also listening to this very sorrowful Rags tell the court of how she and Vess, basically the recounting of how those two snuck into Ben Maggie's tent and took Lulu and then snuck back out, and how he hit her
What?
and that whole thing.
I'm trying to remember what Vest did and all that, but I do
Yeah.
remember he stunned somebody. I don't remember if it
Mhm.
was Maggie
And
or the other
no, it
person.
wasn't Maggie.
Okay.
Tyrion.
I'm just like, man, I'm glad I'm not.
That's will like snicker when that part comes up. He'll be like,
Yeah, I got him good.
I just say this without anyone looking very quietly, like,
What? I can't hear you.
it's like
he mouths
I
something.
I just said very quietly, like, man, I'm glad I'm not trying.
Glad I'm on trial.
Frank, I've sent you some DMs.
Yeah, looking. One.
Thank you.
Okay. When did... he came to Anthem. If that's the question you're asking.
I thought he was with us. When we went to the underwater city.
Yes, he was.
that's where he
Hey,
that's where he joined. If
Yep,
I'm
that's right.
getting the
and I
context
can't
right.
remember the name of the city.
Oh, the name of the city is Whalecrest.
Well, okay. Thank you.
Easy one to remember. Sorry about that.
Mm.
Sorry for the delay, folks.
No, I have to find out how to spell things. Me not good speller.
Meanwhile, the poor Rags is just continuing on and on and on.
Well, she
Like-
she gets to a point where her crying just kind of overtakes her.
Yep.
She's
I just-
no
I just-
rags the baby.
I just start banging my head on like the wood part of the area. I'm like,
There's a sound from the judge. Will there be order in this court, please?
Markham really wanted to say something about that, but he just refrained. He was like, ah!
I'm here.
Scream.
Well, okay. Um. And Lady Mary just kind of gently pats Brax's head. It says, "It is all right. You told the truth, and that is what we're looking for here." And she backs up and goes, "No more questions. You're a witness," and points to Amelia. Amelia just kind of stands up stiffly and wanders over and goes, "Rags,
Quiet.
Rags, isn't it also true that my client not only saved yourself, but also other people, not only in the realm of Avernus, but in all the other realms that he has since gone and visited?" And Rags kind of you kind of see her perk up a little bit and go, well, yes. I mean, he did save us. Well, he helped in saving us. I mean, it wasn't just him that saved us on Avernus. Um, and from what I hear tell, he did, help in other areas. Yeah, yes, uh-huh. He did. He did. Thank you, Rex. You're welcome. Um, mm. And Amelia will turn around and uh, walk back, and the clerk.
Well, is that all the questions for the witness?
Yes.
You may exit the witness stand.
And Rags gets down and kind of does the walk of shame back.
Oh, I just stare at her like.
Just kind of. She's not even looking in anybody's direction. She knows she's screwed up.
Bill, Vess is gonna try to meet her gaze, and she's probably not gonna do that. But he's trying to flash her like a smile so she doesn't feel too bad.
Yeah.
At this
Back in a
point,
moment. Go ahead.
At this point, Lady Mary goes, no more questions from the people. And then she sits back down, and then Amelia goes, the defense will call for their first witness, Shazon.
The red tiefling stands up and will walk to the witness stand and stand before it.
Vess will like try to get Amelia's attention and be like, "She's a witness for us."
And Amelia kind of covertly nods. And also does one of her shrugs because she doesn't know what she's going to be asking this particular witness, but she's going to try.
I don't think Vess has met this character, if I remember correctly.
No.
But okay, all right,
No.
just making sure.
No, you haven't.
Hmm.
The clerk then turns to Shazon.
Do you tell? Are you here to tell the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you and the gods.
Of course, sweet thing. She smiles, and she'll go and she'll
You may take the stand.
take the witness stand.
Mm.
Hmm.
Amelia will walk up and go, so, Shazon, do you know of any good deeds my client has done?
Well, let's see. Last I heard, he saved the city of Whalecrest, or at least had a great hand in it. From some evil man, Acerak, I believe his name was. Just a
I like that.
downright bastard. She says,
Yeah, and as Shazon says the word Acerak, everybody in the cart, you hear angry murmurs.
I like that every time his name is spoken in the court, like there's a thunderstrike.
Yeah, there's a loud thunderous strike because obviously this Gavele thing is not working properly. It doesn't sound right. So there's a loud thunderclap, and Judge, if you'd like to say something.
I think he said it was going to be right back.
He might still be away.
There'll be order. The clerk says there'll be order in this court, please. Order in this court.
Ooh, moody.
even I, an accomplished sorceress, couldn't do anything about it. It was quite lucky that the doctor was around.
Indeed. Just was there anything else that stuck out in your mind?
Well, I mean, I can't be sure how many of the orphans he saved running into the building, but yeah, if it was after that building came down, I thought he was gone for sure, but he managed to make it out with the children in tow. It was amazing.
Thank
I
you.
like the idea
Thank
of this little
you.
kobold pulling like 50 plus
Her
children.
her tail, yeah, her forked tail is just kind of whipping around.
Thank you.
Vess is kind of nodding and smiling.
And she looks and she says, "No more questions for this witness. Your witness, And Amelia goes, sits back down. Lady Mary stands up, looks at Jason, starts
She
to
just gives the most pleasant smile.
Yep, I know. I'm going to roll something.
Mhm.
Okay. She looks at you, and she goes, no questions for this witness, as she sits back down, kind of harumph. Everybody hears the harumph.
I was afraid she was going to ask about the city of Wellcrest.
The witness may now leave the witness stand if there are no further questions.
As I recall, we saved the people of Wellcrest.
She stands up. She stands up and she will curtsy before the court, and she will walk back. And she'll kind of give a
Give her a
smile
little
to Vess
slow
as she
clap.
walks by.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I love
Okay,
it.
sorry about that.
Oh,
You're fine. You're completely fine.
Were there any objections?
Nope.
no.
Okay.
Amelia will then stand back up and says, "My next witness to call upon into this court is Arkham."
And,
Okay.
and I just, my eyes just light up like, oh.
You're up.
I look at
Yes.
everyone. I look at everyone like,
Are you kind of doing this in your head?
I just look at everyone and wondering what they're thinking.
All you hear is Alex going, "Please don't do anything. Don't say anything too rash now. I know you really are like aching to get a piece of your mind out, but still."
And Arkham just gives a little chuckle. Right.
Okay then.
But let the fun begin.
Good luck.
I can already tell what they're all thinking. They're probably thinking,
So you walk up to the witness box. You see the clerk, and he had it.
Will the witness please state if they will tell the truth and nothing but the truth, or so help you and the gods?
swear, but standards won't let me.
Please. Arkham, please.
Very well, you may assume the stand.
And
He just
Amelia
jots a
will,
note on, like, in his steno pad.
and Amelia will walk up to Arkham and go, "Arkham, do you know any good deeds that my client has done with what since you've known him?"
Well, he's gotten me out of a few problems. We were in that one dimension, trapped for God knows on what no reason. No pun
The
intended.
clerk raises a pen and says, "Can you please state the dimension for the court?"
It was kind of like some ridiculous tune. I can't remember the name of the city, but all I remember was I was trapped. Vest calmed me down. Without him, I remember getting hurt at one point too. He fixed me right up after that.
Thank you. The clerk continues jotting notes.
And was there any other time that my client did good deeds?
It just looks like, you know what? Dr. Vest here has done plenty of good deeds in his life. I could stay here all day, give you the various amounts of notes of what he's done, but look at him. Okay, has he done wrong before? Sure, but so have I. I'm wanted on many counts. I'm hated by gods. Hey, don't act like you all don't hate me. I can tell.
I can feel the seething rage.
I can just feel the honor just getting ready to smite me anyways, just by his glaring look.
Meanwhile, in the corner, like, Judge is slowly reaching for the gavel, then reconsiders.
No.
Slow
He's-
squinting.
He's kind of looking down at Arkham, kind of just like staring at him, like you could feel his eyes burrowing into your skull because he towers above you.
But I don't care. Hatred between me and the gods is my own. Vess has done nothing but done good in his life. He's protected others, and what others have said before, Vess has no morals of doing any bad. He's a good doctor, and I think it's unfair that you bring him to this court. If anybody deserves to sit here, Arkham looks at it and he says, "It should be me. I deserve what punishments I get. Not Vess, not Aldwin, not any one of my friends. If anybody deserves to be smite, dead, erased from existence, it should be me, Arkham."
Little golf clap in the background.
Thank you, Arkham. No further questions. And she turns around and you see her strut back to her where she sits, and she sits down. And she looks over at Lady Mary and goes, "Your witness." And Lady Mary stands up, comes around the thing, and goes, "But isn't it still true that he has done wrong?"
So
You,
perhaps,
I mean,
but
you just testified that he has done wrong. I mean, give us an
perhaps he
example.
has. Perhaps he has. But don't usually gods do wrong too in order to make things right?
Ooh,
He's
ooh.
just like everyone else.
Are you giving Lady Mary a look as you're saying that?
Yep. I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
all people do wrong in order to make things right. Even if it is like the worst things that people can do, it's still mostly for the greater good.
Where's the bailiff right now? The paladin.
He is. Well, technically, he would be standing like at one of the doors.
Just stand up.
The Bahamut extends a claw and does the come here gesture with his claw to the
To the
bailiff.
bailiff. The bailiff will
Yeah.
nods and comes over.
He leans down in a whisper that no one in the court but the bailiff can hear.
That court
Bring
static.
me the file on Arkham.
I need to see this bitch.
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
Vess is gonna lean over to Amelia. I know
And
Vess
walk
wouldn't.
back out.
Vess will lean over to Amelia and it says, "I think we should object. What I think is happening."
I just stand up and say, gods have always made mistakes as well as anybody else. They brought plagues, they brought damnation, they've made a hell.
I think we should object at this point.
But
I love the idea of Vess winning.
Arkham raises his one finger, but there are good things that gods do that I overlook.
I feel like Arkham is digging himself into
No.
a deeper hole.
Yeah, it sounds like he's digging a hole up.
No. Just wait. Arkham says they give the ones who are the innocents a place to go. They need to when they die. And they brought good things, happiness, sunsets, food, and everything else.
Oh, now he's getting all romantic.
Oh yes.
Arkham, please.
Oh yes.
You were digging a hole. Now you're digging a tower, please.
So Dr. Vess here has done wrong. You can weigh those, but you also have to weigh his good deeds as well. And they'll probably both match same weight class. I have nothing further to say.
And Lady Mary kind of, as you did your passage speech, and she has actually backed up, and then you hear low clapping coming from the Dark One.
Oh no.
And then
we're talking about Bao.
Yes. And then the clapping increases throughout the entire court. Even the jurors are clapping.
This is either good or bad, man.
Now, when Bal starts clapping, you know that
Bad.
something's going down.
Yeah.
Well, when Vess notices ball clapping, I think that's when Vess will tug on Amelia's sleeve and whisper the suggestion that I put in DMs.
Ah. And she kind of looks at you and goes, I'll do that after I've called Aldwin up to the stand.
Okay, all right.
The nervous little fellow.
Uh, Lady Mary, as she's stepping back, goes, no further questions. Goes and sits down. Now, while all this is happening, the bailiff has come back with a huge, everybody can see this, a huge folder. And he puts it down in front of Bahamut. The file, Your Honor.
Bahamut reaches over and slides the file over and
With
starts
one talon.
sifting. You would start sifting through the file, kind of like reading it like a book. What is Arkham's what is Arkham's worst crime in this whole file? DM me.
Well, that's going on.
Wait, who am I DMing here?
You're DMing Mag.
Yeah,
Your-
what is your worst crime you've ever committed in
And
the history
DM
of your
him.
life?
Yeah.
Yeah, DM me.
As Lady Mary sits back down, goes, no further questions for this witness.
If there are no further questions for the witness may return to their seat.
Arkham, are you going to go back to your seat?
He's
busy typing, I know.
yeah. Bal's gonna stand up real quick before anybody can say anything. Your Honor, I'd like to interject something into this court hearing, if you don't mind. The judge sort of waves him with one hand. Like, just kind of like the underhanded curl of the claws outward, like, go on. Lady Mary, I want to point out something that hasn't been pointed out yet, involving you as well as this. Is it not a factor that both of you are dealing with an individual that this entire court is wholeheartedly against? And one of the witnesses has a standing deal with that criminal.
There's some hushed murmurs from the crowd.
I wonder who you're getting on about.
If the individual that was already testified has a standing deal with a well-known entity that we all are currently against, doesn't that invalidate her claim and nullify her as a witness? Because it's contradictory to the current situation? Just something to think about, Your Honor. And he sits back down slowly.
What? Mad Maggie. Yeah, but Mad Maggie shoots up, gives dagger eyes to Ball, and goes, "That's a lie. That is a lie.
No,
it's a lie."
Oh, really, Mad Maggie? And he lifts up a file in his hand and opens it. So does the terms "let Leilana be captured by those vampire people that you sent my way" ring any bells? Somebody's playing a second-hand game.
And again, you hear the angry teapot kettle noises coming out of the Mad Maggie. And they're louder this time.
Vess will gasp and be like, "Oh!" And then he'll lean over to Amelia and he'll be like, "Is this good for us or bad for us?"
Not to mention, I am the patron shadow god of 2 individuals. I still have a connection to Leilana. I know she's been captured and controlled at your hand. Not to mention, I am also the patron god of our dear little Vess here. He went through the same shenagle that you did. Are you saying you didn't? Contradictory to the courtroom.
Bess is about to shout objection, and I figure Amelia maybe has the chance to like swat him down.
She swats him down. The judge looks at Bal. Very well. Noted.
Just
Um,
look. Wait, is
and that-
Arkham sitting back where in a spot, or is he still up the bench?
Have you started to move back to where you're sitting? And that was my question.
I'm just sort of just sitting there.
The clerk has cleared you to go sit back down.
If the witness has no further statements, they may return to their seat, please.
Arkham.
Before you return to your seat, Arkham,
Uh-oh.
Stop for a second. Just be like,
I
give me
want this court to understand this individual has made a heinous crime in his past and is willing to put his neck on the line for the rest of his friends. If judgments are passed, keep his sacrifice in your thoughts. This court notes your obligation to it. Proceed.
you want to tell them.
The
You want
clerk
to tell
is
them
busy
what I.
scribbling.
You want to tell them what I did years ago?
No.
Go ahead.
Return to your seat.
I don't have no shame.
Like,
I have.
I like the idea Arkham is saying this while
He's
pointing.
he's
but while
very
walking
talkative.
away. I like the idea Arkham is like walking back to his seat while saying this. I don't know why.
Me
He
too.
says, "I don't have no shame, just disappointment in myself."
Okay.
That's what you wanted to know.
Witness.
Arkham, hurry up.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Arkham just
I
back.
call to the witness stand, and she kind of looks at both Alex and Alduin.
Me, my, me, mo.
She's kind of doing that in her head. She's not actually doing that. Like she's not doing that.
Yeah.
I call to the stand, Alduin.
The old one stands up and goes, huh? And Mage Hand goes, oh no. Mage Hand like trying to face palm but can't. Mage Hand does not have that ability. But either way,
Oh yes,
Oldman-
and his little friend Mage Hand.
yeah. Old one like nervously walks while Mage Hand's just like slowly floating behind him, like, God,
Just kind of like this, like, oh,
that's cool.
come on.
Like Mage Hand really doesn't seem with it at the moment. Old one nervously gets to like the witness thing, and he's just like, mm. If Dragonborns could sweat, he'd be sweating bullets.
Mm-hmm. So you get up to the witness stand.
Will the witnesses please state if they will tell the truth and nothing but the truth? So help them on the gods.
Yeah, come on, old one, it's not that hard. Yeah. He eventually does it. I can't do it for some reason. I actually can. But yeah, he does that really stutterly though. It's like, oh.
The clerk just takes a note.
Amelia will then walk up to Alduin and Mage Hand. Alduin, Mage Hand, do you know any of the good deeds that my client has done while in your purview?
Well, yeah. Alduin says super stutterly. He's done a lot of good things. He's helped us when we get hurt. He's pretty attentive when he thinks someone needs help. And he tries his best. Mage Hand just goes, Yeah. Okay, Aldwin, don't overwork yourself. The worst thing of doing this character is I'm actually like been struggling to remember. That's funny.
You're doing fine, dear.
Yeah. But either
Doing
way,
just fine.
he goes. He's pretty sure
Fess, you
Vess is
have one
even.
reroll.
Oh yay!
Oh, cool.
But Vess, I'm pretty sure even risked himself to help other people once. I think, or twice. I don't know how many times. He just shrugged.
And Mage Hand, can you corroborate?
Hmm. Hmm. Well, Aldwin, didn't do a great job of covering it, but yeah, what Aldwin said was right, honestly. Vess is well, pretty confident most of the time, and he's even like hmm, thinks about the charges. Hmm. Yeah, I don't see that. Either way, Vess doing something wrong is probably all for the greater good, anyways. You got to break a few eggs to make an omelet.
That's very true. Thank you. When she turns around, she walks off. You're a witness. Lady Mary stands up, looks straight at Alduin.
Aldo just lets out a little like noise of nervousness.
Yeah, she just rolled an intimidate check.
He's not gonna
Probably.
roll. He's not gonna roll against it. He's just gonna go.
And so and basically she points at you doing an accusatory thing. She points at you and says, "Isn't it true that Dr. Vest has done uh, um
It's like Phoenix, right? Just like objection. It.
kind of pretty much um that Dr. Vest has put you and your mage hand in danger upon the spacefaring vessel."
Wait,
Oh.
she's being an intimidating presence toward him.
Yep.
Can Moogie see this?
Yes.
Moogie stands up. Objection, Your Honor! Intimidation of witness is not conclusive.
Which Emilio turns around, looks at Moogie, and goes, "Are you the lawyer or am I?"
Doesn't matter. Intimidation factor of the witness is not conclusive to the court. He
Poor
looks at
Amelia.
Moogie. Very well. Sustained. Intimidation of the witness will not be permitted. Continue.
Yes, Your Honor. And you see her just kind of go, "Oh, kind of the oh crap, I've just been called up on the carpet," kind of a look.
Old one just lets it like a. Oh.
Yeah,
Maiden's like, we should probably answer what she asked, though. Oh yeah. Um. Well, I maybe he did, but hey, at least he tried. Mage-Hand just goes, okay, let me put it into something a little more understandable that isn't you. Sorry, old one. And even if he did endanger us, as hey, it was an accident, probably. And either way, at least he didn't go out to hurt us on purpose. Even if he did endanger us, hey, we all endanger ourselves and others around us sometimes.
Fess, gain an inspiration point if you don't already have one.
Oh, yay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
I love it. I
Power.
still love it. I so love it. Thank you.
So meek and innocent and small.
Thank you. I love it. Best is small. Just-
So
yeah.
you guys answered this question, and Lady Mary just gives both of you a very, the mean teacher look with, yeah, because she's got glasses. She kind of looked over the
Disapproval. Yeah.
yeah, you know, she does that, and she turns around and says, "No more questions for this witness, for
I like
these
that.
witnesses."
Yeah. I like the idea she's realizing almost the entire party will defend.
Mm, oh yeah, but that was kind of the point.
Lady Mary, I have another item to mention that you could pull up. Look in your DMs, group DM.
Yeah, I know. Uh, my next witness I'd like to call up is Alex,
Like,
and
oh, oh,
and his crystal, wherever his crystal is.
it's behind him. But the Oldwin goes, okay, we're going back, and like Alex and Oldwin walk by each other, and Alex just gets up to the stand and just kind of goes, okay, hit me up.
And
Back
Will
and
the
on.
and
witness
and
please state if they will tell the truth, but nothing but the truth, or so help the gods?
Oh yeah, I have to state this, don't I? I'll 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 tell the truth.
You may take the stand.
Okay.
you take the stand, and you uh Amelia walks up and says, "Alex, do
Mhm.
you know of any good deeds that my client has done within your purview?"
Ooh, gee. Well, I feel like most people stated what Vess has done, for as I know. But, difficult question. Either way, for all I know, Vess is pretty friendly. And again, there's nothing I can say that I'll sound like a broken record compared to everyone else.
That's
That's-
true. And she kind of peeks around and looks at the crystal. The crystal is changing colors,
yeah, as
but
usual.
as usual, but slowly changing colors, and it stops on this one color that is it's pulsing blue,
Oh dear.
and then
Oh,
it
good. Hmm.
slowly changes to green,
Hmm.
and then it slowly changes to a very light purple, and then
What is?
it starts rotating in colors again.
Ah, wonder what was
I
that?
need to step away for just a second, but I'm going to mute and I'll still be able to hear. I'm just going to
Okay,
feed him real quick so he calms down.
okay, that's fine.
Why is he all ornery now?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Yes, our producer is wanting to be fed.
but either
Um,
I wonder what the
This has been
crystals
brought to
are
you
all
by.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
pretty much. And she goes, "I understand," and kind of side eyes the crystal and goes, "Is the crystal only supposed to be showing one color at a time?" And kind of
No.
leaning forward and asking you that kind of.
But Alex goes, no, the crystal doesn't pulse that slowly usually.
I think the crystal's trying to tell you something, or me, or the
Mm.
court.
Or it could be all above. What is it? He says while looking at the crystal.
And you see it do the three colors that I mentioned, and then it starts going back to what it normally does. You have no idea.
I would think the judge knows.
The
Maybe the judge.
judge does know. The judge kind of looks, he does a side eye and kind of slowly nods his head.
Mm.
Not going to reveal anything, of course, but yeah,
Yeah.
No, no, no. Of course not. He just knows what it's doing.
pretty much. And she nods and she goes, no further questions. Your witness. And Lady Mary stands up, looks at Alex, and says,
So desperate.
Back my way.
"You know of the kidnapping of the child from the Frostwalker village, which is still inside that crystal."
Alex, you can see like Alex's face turn from like calm to like oh shit I forgot moment. Like he just puts his hand on his forehead and goes, oh fuck. He goes, oh geez, well.
Also, I want to state that one of the other witnesses that you could call Trish is the one from the other world. If you're not aware, Valcora.
Ooh.
What?
The Valcora girl.
Mm.
Yep, just letting you know.
But
I know.
They're
Alex
still
goes,
on the ship.
Alex goes, well, he's wasn't really a kidnapping, and also it doesn't relate to Vess. He says we're sweating bullets. As a werewolf would, and that would probably just be panting. But it's like, doesn't relate to the court. And Crystal, why didn't you tell me? What do you mean you were trying to?
And the crystal again does the same 3 colors.
What do you mean
And
you've
then
been babysitting this whole time?
and the crystal does does a bright blue, does a brown,
Don't.
and then starts revolving again.
Okay. And I also know the dog's in there too. Don't give me this right now. Don't give me this sass.
The clerks raises a pen after they stop writing and say, "Will the witness please answer the question from
Prosecution.
What was the question again? I got too flustered.
Will the prosecution please restate the question?"
You know of the kidnapping of the child from the Frostwalker village, which is still inside your crystal.
Yes, but I don't think Vess did anything. It's more we put the child in to keep them safe, and then it just kind of became a back memory. Vess had nothing to do. Maybe Vess could have remembered, but we all could have remembered.
But
So this
that
doesn't
is a count of kidnapping.
Well,
You
yes, but it
took that
doesn't.
child from their home forcefully.
Well, not forcefully. Again, it was meant to protect them at the moment while everything was going down.
Moogie leans forward in Amelia's ear and whispers, it was kind of Lady Mary's idea to put the kid in the crystal because the planet was in danger from invasion. Just putting that out there for you.
Thank you. Thank you. I object. It was Lady Mary's idea to put the child in the crystal. And Lady Mary looks, spins around, looks at Amelia, and then also kind of leans over and looks at Moogie. Squints her eyes, screws up her mouth.
When she does that, she is also going to get a face full of intimidating dragon.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah.
Just like, you stuffed a child in a crystal? I've been trying to make someone convinced they're the one that did it.
Uh-huh. Yep.
That would be a 30 against a goddess.
Ooh.
I will say at this particular point, Lady Mary is yeah. Okay.
She just gives it. She gives one of those like sweet, sinister smiles.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like, if you keep
yeah.
talking to him that way, I'll murder you.
Oh yeah. I know the look.
Yeah.
She narrows her eyes. Turns. This is a really angry about face. About face. Stomp. No more questions for this witness. And she kind of sits down in her chair hard.
The witness may now return to their seat if there are no further questions from either side.
Okay, Alex just says while walking back.
I like how Moogie is just ruining this for her.
Yeah.
The crystal kind of is following behind and is still doing the slow colors and then going back to back to all the colors.
Shay will sit back with a satisfied grin on her face, and her tail will twitch proudly.
Ah!
Proud.
Moogie is
Uh,
gonna turn and look at her and be like, "I like you. You're fun."
and for
Thank
my
you, sweetheart.
for the defense's last witness, I call Moogie to the
Oh,
stand. Leave the last one.
damn it!
You do fine, sweetheart. Come on,
Oh, there's another truth.
just spin your tail.
He walks up to the witness stand.
Will the witness please state if they'll tell the truth but nothing but the truth, so help the gods?
I swear on my godlyhood, yes.
You may take the stand.
So you take the stand.
Nausea's creeping into his gut.
Well, Moogie, this is a witness stand that is built for talls, not people like you.
The clerk says, "Can we please get a booster seat for the witness?"
Nah, I got this. I got this. He slams his fist together and changes to his demon form.
And everybody kind of.
Oh,
Actually,
don't complain.
she's
You've seen this before. Ugh. Let's just get this over with.
So Amelia kind of, her eyes get as big as saucers, thinking that she was going to interrogate or question a goblin, and now she's questioning a
Demonic
demon.
demigod.
Yep, basically. She walks up to you and she says, Moogie, do you know of any good deeds that our the defendant has done in your purview?
Actually, I know several hundred of them.
Several hundred.
The
Oh,
clerk just
yes.
looks up and holds a pen and then looks at the stack of paper that is nearly run out and says, "I need to get more paper. I'll be right back."
I love it.
The Vest and I, we go way back. Well, actually, back before I even became a demigod, for that matter. Long before I became a demon. I met Vest when I was still a pathetic little goblin. I believe it was in the village on the eastern hills near the ocean where I met Vess. And even then, he was still a kind and gentle soul. I believe they called him the local healer, because he was always doing some kind of good for somebody. Then there was the volcano incident, where he nearly risked his life to save several groups of children from a burning orphanage. There was the catastrophe on the ocean, the beach line before we went to Whalecrest. Some strange beings attacked, and he was there to defend the small coastal city. Then there was the events in Wellcrest where he was unfortunately almost sacrificed because the queen had lost her mind due to corruption, thanks to a certain someone, and he looks to the judge called Asarak.
And again, angry murmurs throughout the entire
Thunder
court.
strikes again.
Yeah.
Bess helped to thwart that and saved the ocean by finding the heart of the ocean. There was that. He brought it to I forget which god he gave it to. I don't know, don't remember, don't really care, not important. But still, there's been numerous events where he has basically put a stop to all manner of evils from basically tearing the world apart. Bess died 6 times saving the world, and he was reborn every time.
Very nice. Yes. Anything else?
Well, there was a time that he gave Bal a good smacking.
And everybody looks at Bal.
It's true, he did. I made a mistake and he corrected it for me. I mean, to correct a god of murder and death, that's a pretty big feat for such a small little kobold. Look at how small he is, for crying out loud. My foot's bigger than he is.
To be fair, you were a goblin.
Even then, though, Vess is bigger than me in my goblin form. I'm tiny by comparison. He's 3 feet tall. I'm 2.5 feet tall.
Arkham in the background just chuckles a little bit.
I mean, look, I'm in my demon form right now. This comes out of a scrawny little rat. But I guess everyone knows big things come in small packages, right?
Just whistles.
Does he have the whole court laughing right now?
Not only does he have the whole court laughing, he also he's getting lots of looks of approvals. No clapping yet. You haven't actually won this particular report.
As the
Should the
court starts
judge be-
laughing,
should
the
the judge be
clerk comes
laughing?
in with the papers and just kind of looks confused, like,
Why
why is everyone laughing at me?
I think the judge is gonna laugh. But in
Look at
all
Aldo.
honesty,
I look
Vess
at Alduin.
may. Go ahead.
I look at Alduin like, looks like Vest.
I can't hear you.
Say, looks like Vest. We saved on this one.
Yeah.
But in all brutal honesty, there's not been a single time that Vess hasn't stuck his neck out for someone, even complete strangers. So I don't know what all these accusations are all about or who's spouting them off, but from my personal perspective, he would risk his neck for a complete stranger regardless of who they are. I see no reason to put him down in the dirt.
Amelia nods. Thank you. No further questions.
He kind of like sits down and like leans back, like leans to the side, like with his leg propped up.
Lady Mary stands up, walks over to Moogie. But this, in the city of Wellcrest, did some negligent spellcasting in that city, did he not?
He was forced to.
And he killed.
Objection. Shay says, standing up. I would like to point out that I'm afraid all of us had to engage in that. There was no good way to handle that situation. It is what you would call a no-win scenario. She says, looking at Lady Mary still with like a cold look on her face. Like, bitch, try this again.
So try this again.
If I'm brutally honest, any situation where your own personal survival is being threatened, then it isn't negligent spellcasting, it's spellcasting for survival. And from my personal perspective, let's face it, if you're casting spells willy-nilly to try to keep some unusual chaotic force from destroying everything you know and love, then is it really negligent? Might be something to think about.
Just out of curiosity here, dark matter isn't in this, is he?
No, he is not, but he is watching.
Yeah, Dark Knight
And
is
this-
watching, and he's just mumbling, just like
He's
"Damn,
watching on a
Lady Mary, you
TV
suck at this."
monitor, like in
With
another
a
room.
whole with a big thing of popcorn, going, "This is really good stuff."
I really enjoy this, but God, Lady Mary sucks.
I just tap Dr. Vest, like, just lean over and say, they should really be putting dark matter in this one. He's more guilty than anyone.
Alex goes, I'm pretty sure for me, he's from a different world. If anyone's to judge him, it's the people from that world.
Meanwhile, Dark Matter's like literally trying to rip the TV off the wall, screaming at it.
No,
And-
no.
Oh, he's completely okay. He's
Yeah.
vibing. He's
Yeah.
sitting at his desk and just going,
And not to mention, I mean, on several occasions, his he kind of holds up like fingers doing the air quotes. Negligent spellcasting from Vest resulted in me on several different times getting my abilities back because I did lose them thanks to corruption. If it wasn't for him, I might not be sitting right here right now in front of you answering these questions.
Again, she kind of side eyes of Shay, looks at Moogie. Those no further questions. Stomp, 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 stomp.
If there are no further questions for the witness,
Yeah. Go ahead.
the witness may return to their seat.
He's gonna shrink back down to his goblin form and walk out with a big old toothy grin on his face.
I like the idea that Mage Hand goes for a high five with Moogie when he walks back. Very subtle, quiet one, but like, hey.
He'll return the high five.
He has to jump up and do it. Roll athletics check.
No, Mage Hand lowers. Remember,
okay,
he is
okay.
just,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
just a
it's
single
just a
hand
hand,
that
yeah.
He's a
floats.
mage hand. Yeah, he's a mage
Yeah.
hand. He can raise the lure himself. The Amelia then just stands up and says, "I believe the defense rests."
Scored.
Oh, wait. I'm gonna tug Amelia's sleeve.
What?
Can I tag me in, coach?
You want to be put on the stand?
I think I have a way of helping our case.
But I think you already won.
Lady Ring goes, "I think we've convinced the court that we've already won. But if you want to go onto the witness stand, I'll."
Vess, I swear to God, to make the situation worse for yourself, I will personally.
I need to do something about this ball situation.
Oh, make it worse. Just let others speak.
Meanwhile, in the audience stand, Jakathu's biting his nails like a typewriter.
Like,
And the clerk's looking at their typewriter like, it's not making any noise, and they don't even know where the ding sound's coming from.
Exactly. What is Ball doing? Because Ball can hear at least part of this.
All is sitting there with the biggest, fattest, shit-eating grin on his face.
Look, do you really want to dig that kind of a hole?
I don't think I'm gonna leave this court with a good reputation without that. I'm not sure we've actually made our case. None of this has been about the planet yet.
but Vess!
Everybody the
Like, you don't
same.
have
May
to
I
cover
approach
it.
the bench?
What?
Your Honor.
What did you just say?
I said, I look at the judge. I'm like, Your Honor, if it pleases the court, may I please say something?
The judge turns and looks at you. Denied.
Come on. Just give me this.
But inside Amelia's head, she hears this. Call me to the stand. I got a few words to say, and it's Val in her mind.
Hang on. I think. Hang on. Yes, I have one more witness. I call Bale to the stand.
Val
do
stands
what
up,
now?
as proud as a turkey in the middle of mating season. And struts over to the witness stand and
Well, the witness
that's a
kinda
big
leans
mistake.
against it.
they will tell the truth and nothing but the truth, so help the gods.
I do.
You may assume the
He's
stand.
he's like leaning against. He's not sitting down. He's the witness stand, like his hand propped up under his chin, just waiting for the questions.
Yep. You may assume the stand.
Amelia will stand up, walk over, and go, Ball, what do you know of of the defendant?
I know a whole hell of a lot. let me tell you something.
And then he launches. Bleh.
First off, I have been watching dear little Vess here for quite some time, even before he met our dear Moogie. I had an interest in him because, well, he's a doctor, and in some cases, he's a rogue. You know, you got to do a little bad to do a little good here and there, here and there. Not everyone is perfect. If I was perfect, I wouldn't be here right now, would I? Let's just face facts here on that note. If you weren't perfect, you wouldn't be standing right here. You'd be off somewhere else in your own little. Even the judge here isn't 100% perfect. He's a cosmic dragon, for crying out loud. He doesn't have time to be dilly-dallying with a mundane, lower, lesser god bullcrap, but yet here he is. So, little Vessi here has had a hard knock life, in my personal opinion. He's been through hell, he's been through water, he's been through grasses, he's even been through, well, a couple of wars that absolutely destroyed numerous planets, numerous, I guess you could say, galaxies, but he fought off on numerous occasions entities and beings that even the gods wouldn't dare touch. Let's face it, he's more of a god right now than I am, and that's saying something since I'm chaotic as all hell. So, do we really need to prosecute him for crime when all of us have done a little bad in our lives? Is that really necessary? I mean, let's face it. So what if a few million corrupted lives were lost? Is the greater good that he's done not outweigh the minuscule bad that he put out? I think it does. Just saying.
Vess is gonna glare at Bal.
Why glare?
Now turns to him and kind of winks at left eye like, I got you, buddy.
I got you, little fella.
I just look over
Get
at
me in.
Aldwin.
It's like, Amelia, let me ask him questions.
I look at Aldwin like, thought my speech was
What is it? I can't hear you. You're cutting out again.
I said to Aldwin, I thought my speech was
Mm.
Can you say anything else about his good character?
Well, I do have one other thing I want to say about his good character. And I think this says a lot coming from me personally, as chaotic and as, well, as fucked up as I am, pardon my French. If this dear sweet Vess right here isn't as innocent as he claims, and the judge decides to find him guilty, I will happily step down as god of murder and death and allow myself to be completely obliterated in front of this court.
Look at Aldwin. I think I got a new god to root for.
Oh.
That's
I will let
You've
my
just-
powers be wiped away if he's found guilty.
you hear this. What is going through your mind right now?
Vess is confused. Because it sounds an awful lot like Bal is putting himself on the line.
That's exactly what it is.
Remember,
Come on.
Bal is chaos.
Yeah, he's
True.
kind of random. He's kind of random.
So
I think
everything he does is to incite chaos in some
Yeah,
way.
that's true actually. And I think Vess has a guess of what's going on. And Vess is gonna stand up and he'll say, I think I need the opportunity to address the court presently to establish something.
Mr. Alex going,
The clerk
oh no.
looks
what is
at
this
the
thing?"
witness stand, then looks back to Vess and says, "There is already someone on the witness stand." Looks to the judge. Your Honor.
Very well, proceed.
He sounds so like bored.
Yeah, the judge is a little bit bored.
This might spice things up.
No, please.
Vess
don't.
will hop down from the off of the defense table, and he'll walk up. He'll pace the court a little bit, and he said, "Now I am just a simple kobold doctor, but
Hey, that's my line. says Bragg. Sorry, I had to.
Stole it.
But it seems to me that you are establishing your providence as my patron here. Is that correct, Ball?
Now, did I say that I was doing that, little kobold?
Right.
I like the idea that like Mage Hand is like flopped over the edge, just going Vest, please. I beg you.
I right. Let's speak to that. I need a volunteer from the witness box. Don't turn to
Moogie's
the
gonna
witness.
hop up. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Amelia goes, Moogie, you do know you're not supposed to hurt him, right?
I know that. I wasn't gonna do anything wrong. I promise you that.
Okay.
He gets up and walks towards Vest. Okay, Vesty, what's up?
Okay, all right. So I need you just trust me. Whatever happens, this will play out in my favor, okay?
Whatever happens, you'll probably be fine.
Okay.
The clerk.
Vess will say
The
that.
clerk interrupts
Oh.
and says, "Is there going to be a demonstration of some kind from the
Yes,
witness?"
there is. There in fact is.
Shallya
I like that
looks
idea,
to
'cause, like-
looks to Amelia and says, "What do you call this piece of evidence for the court?"
I call this defense.
I call this art.
I call this defense art. No, I call this. I call this defense. Evidence. V for Vest.
Defense evidence V. Understood.
All right.
Just
All
nice.
right.
Continue,
Here
please.
goes. Vess will walk a few paces away from Moogie and then turn around and dramatically point and say, I challenge you to a fight to the death.
Vess, where you going with this? You just hear Mage Hand say in the distance.
You
The-
idiot! You can't fight on your
clerk,
own.
The clerk is like writing, and then the pen stops. This very large, enormous scroll. It's like twice the size of the clerk. It just stops and is hovering at the word "fight to the death."
And I like that the clerk starts sweating. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, bullets are like sweating from the clerk. And then he just slowly looks up to the judge. Your Honor, is this okay?
The Bahamut puts his hands together, kind of like the tips of his claws like clinking together, as he's just pondering for a moment. Proceed.
This may actually
More
be
bullets
interesting for once.
from the clerk.
Okay.
I like the idea. The entire reason the judge is letting this happen
No.
is he's bored.
So this is going to be a very short.
Fair
You're
enough.
not gonna have
Fair
that many rounds. You're 3.
That's okay, fair enough. Well, I guess whoever still has the highest hit points, like, doesn't die then.
Yeah, exactly.
I
That
gotta
works.
pull up Moogie's sheet again. Damn it.
Okay. Vess is like, sorry, and then he goes to cast a spell.
It's like I'm trying to prove a point. I don't know what the point is, but I'm proving
I
it.
pulled up the wrong page.
Why do I feel like Vess is almost always confused of what is happening and where he is at all times?
Okay. All right. What spell are you casting?
I'm gonna cast Shatter, basically centered on Moogie.
Oh no!
Okay. Roll to hit.
I think Moogie makes a Con 16 save.
For Shatter.
I think so, because it's an area effect.
All right.
Hang on, let me.
I don't know why, but I'm desperately trying to figure out what are you trying to get at.
There's a strategy to what Vess is doing.
It is a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Unfortunately for you, Moogie rolled a 17 and smacks it away.
Fair enough. I think technically it maybe does half damage, but I don't know if Moogie has like an evasion thing, maybe not.
Let's see. On a half as much on a successful one.
Okay.
Yeah.
The full damage was, it's rolling right now.
It's 3d8.
Vess can't not cast his spells at max level because he's a
Okay.
warlock. So it was our full damage was 35, so half of that would be 17.
Yes.
17 damage.
Okay.
There's sort of like an eruption of like a burst of thunder just in the middle.
There's a scorch mark on the ground of the thing, and the janitor sitting in the back row just says, "Come on, I just cleaned this place."
He's like, oh come on, I just finished that. Why you do this to me?
Okay, so now what?
Now
that was my
it's your turn.
Now it's
Yeah.
Moogie's turn.
Now it's Moogie's turn. Moogie, what are you doing?
Well, Moogie's not really sure how to respond to this particular situation because it's a duel to the death. So, and he doesn't want to hurt Vess exactly. So, he's kind of conflicted at the moment.
I like how Moogie was so like excited to like do this, and now he's in this situation.
Yeah, that's kind of put him on the spot.
But unfortunately for Vess, Moogie is gonna have to just go for it.
That's fair. Vess was counting on it, to be honest.
You see Moogie reach behind his back, and something that wasn't there a minute ago is there now. He pulls this big ass sword from behind him. Yeah, say hello to Belfrying the Justice.
Yeah, Vess will cringe a little bit.
He'll cringe like, ooh, not in my calculation. Probably fine.
Meanwhile, the clerk has stopped writing, taking notes, and is hiding underneath the thing.
So 14, let's see, 15, let's see, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Does a 25 hit your AC?
45? Yes.
No, does a 25 hit your
25?
AC?
Yes. 25, yes.
Okay, I have to roll this. I'm sorry, this is gonna hurt my bits.
That's fair. Don't worry about it. This is good drama.
I'm very sorry, but this is gonna hurt you a lot.
It's gonna hurt you more than it's gonna hurt me. Wait.
25 damage to your health.
Okay.
It's a 1d8 plus 17.
Dang. Well, fair enough. Yeah, Vess will stumble back as he gets like cut across with the sword.
I gotta roll to hit again because it's 2 attack.
Fair enough.
Because I get 2 attacks per action.
Yep.
So I gotta roll again. Ooh, that is a 21.
That hits.
So I gotta do the damage again. Shit, I'm sorry.
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Honestly, don't worry about it.
This is actually, this should put people on edge.
19 damage.
Okay. I mean, Vess is still up, so
Yeah.
this is the first time Vess has taken like boatloads of damage. So, although I will say I'm getting close to half, so this is definitely hurting.
So Vess, it's now your turn. What do you do?
Okay. Vess is gonna like stumble back, and then he's going to. I think he's going to cast and unleash his Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
So he's gonna blast 3 times, with Eldritch. So there's these like I picture it's these like spiraling streamers of golden light that come out and try to pierce, Moogie.
Now, is Eldritch Blast instantaneous or is it roll to hit?
Roll to hit.
Okay, roll to hit.
So the first one, I rolled terribly. Oh no, shit! No, apparently I didn't. I rolled a 20 for a 28.
Wait, where did you roll it at? Your personal dice?
I'm using the D&D Beyond site.
Okay, so yeah.
It looked like it was gonna be a 2 at
hit.
first.
Yeah, that first 20 hits.
Let's see. I mean, the good news is it's just Eldritch Blast. So, it does a total of 13 damage. The first one.
Okay.
Um,
That tickled Moogie.
Yeah, exactly. Second one. Now that one actually rolled a 2. So total of 10. I'm
Okay,
pretty,
that one bounces off
pretty
Moogie's
sure I
bare
missed it.
chest.
I will I'll use my inspiration to get advantage on the third one. Might as well make this dramatic.
Your inspiration point has been spent.
Which is a 21, but that was a dirty 21. So just
Okay, so that one hits.
okay. For
Watch it be 2 damage.
10 damage. So
Okay, yeah, that barely tickles hit Moogie at all.
so yeah,
He's
there's
got-
like the
Is that the best you got, Bess?
maybe.
Okay, so now it's your turn, Moogie.
Okay, he is going to use Belfrang the Justice again.
Okay.
I'm sorry if this hits Vex, I really am. Oh, 14 plus 11, that's a 25 again, I think?
Definitely hits. Yep.
Yeah. Fuck, I'm sorry.
You're fine. You're completely
I
fine.
just feel bad because I'm beating up on Vest.
You're fine.
23. So you gotta roll to hit again because it's 2 attacks per action. So
Vess is looking pretty bloody at this point.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16,
Okay.
17, 18. Does a 19 hits?
That'll hit.
Alright, I gotta roll that damage thingy-jigger one more time. Black up the blue. Just be glad that there's no modifiers on this. If there was modifiers on this, it'd hurt like hell. That is another 23.
23. Vess is still up, but he's looking really, really hurt. Let's see, what is Vess gonna do? I think so Vess like staggers back, and now he's actually like actively like splattering blood on the floor.
Oh, there's blood everywhere. The janitor just super pissed. Throws out his
Jessica.
mop.
And then he'll say, Vess will cast another spell. This one, which one do I want to do? He's gonna cast Sickening Radiance. So
What does that do?
Vess will, I picture like Vess raises his hand and there's like a golden shimmering, and then suddenly, I'm gonna pick like a 30-foot radius where Moogie's standing right now.
Is this a roll to hit spell?
This is another con save.
Okay.
And basically, what I picture what happens is there's like a violent flickering of golden energy around Moogie.
Golden
Okay,
energy,
well-
golden energy, and a certain sound.
You're
I suppose, yeah.
lucky because Moogie just rolled a 9.
Ooh, okay.
I rolled a 2 and I have a con save of +7, so that's 9.
Like this is the end of your third round. At the end of this.
Yeah,
round,
this is
something will
good.
happen.
Yeah.
Something will happen. So what's the damage?
29 radiant damage.
Ooh.
Ooh, nice.
That one's a solid hit.
You have brought Moogie down into his 300 teens.
Ah,
Nice.
this feels a little proud
Yeah, he
about
had
that.
346 minutes to get him down into the 300 teens area.
All right, Moogie's turn.
This is his last turn, so you might as well make it count.
Okay, can I roll a perception check to see if I can perceive what Vess is doing?
Mm-hmm. Mary knows.
4.
Nope.
I'm just gonna say this now. All this is making me think about is he's trying to do a trial by combat.
Vess, I feel really bad about doing this.
It's okay. It'll be fine. Vess says.
No, if this is going to kill you, I don't want that to happen.
Don't worry. This will prove something.
I hope you know what you're doing, Vess. I really do.
Don't think. Aldwin,
Yes.
please explain to me what Vess is actually.
Don't know what he's doing. Mage Hand just kind of blatantly says in a tone of voice, I don't know what he's doing, but it kind of reminds me of a trial by combat, if you know what that is. Don't know why he would be doing it, though. There's no reason.
Proof is innocent.
Moogie is feeling really bad right now because he's hurting Vess. But since Vess is kind of enticing him to do this, Moogie is going to go into a rage.
Ooh.
Oh no.
And because
Okay.
of that, it adds where's it at? Where'd it go? Let's see. Okay, so 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah. All right, so he's going to roll the hit with Belfang, or Belfang the Justice. Oh, that is an 18 plus 11.
That hits.
Yikes. Yeah, but this first swing you're not gonna like
Probably not.
because it is now a 1d8 plus 21.
Okay.
Because it adds plus 4 to melee damage, and this is the melee damage roll.
I know. Okay.
Wow, 23 again. Shit. All right, second
Alright.
swing.
Don't worry about the second swing, because that is drop Vess.
Hang on.
Yeah. Okay.
Just that was with the first wing.
Yeah.
Okay. Just as you're about to hit Dr. Vess. Dr. Vess? The gold energy that you heard the sound from completely surrounds you.
This is bad. I don't think Vess can hold out anymore.
That's so what is happening? Alex just
Just,
says,
Moogie,
just
you
hush
go
and
to
stay in
do
your
your
seat.
first hit. You are stopped by this glowing thing around Vess. It stops your hit.
Moogie has got tears in his eyes, by the way.
Oh.
"Oh,
He did
Vess?
not want to hurt Vess at all.
Yeah, that's true. Vess, you're seeing tears in Moogie's eyes through this glow and this sound. And you hear. Give me a second. And that's not how you spell that.
I'll admit I kind of surprised the GM a little bit with the strategy.
No, actually, you didn't.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
You're
expecting me to use class features I haven't used yet.
Yeah, I'm trying to spell
Yeah, and
innocent. Can anybody spell innocence for me?
Innocence or innocent?
I-N-O... Wait.
I-N-N.
I-N-N-O-C-C... Let's see, you got
INNOCENS.
INNOCE. Something like that. I know spell
I
no
got
good
it.
either.
I've misspelled it badly, but I think you'll know what I'm saying.
Ah, okay. Does Vess know whose voice that is?
This is the first time you've ever heard this particular voice, but
Okay.
it feels warm and inviting, and you know it's right.
Okay. Vess will look confused for a moment.
Ball, you
Mhm.
also hear I'm gonna DM this to you. You also hear that coming from the golden light. Who best, but you also hear it.
Ah, about time.
I wanted to ask the DM something that I want to do in reaction to this.
Now, I'm gonna
Okay.
re-DM you.
Okay.
Vess will he'll keep staggering back as like this golden energy is swirling around him then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what? He'll turn to Ball and he'll say, I think this proves that you are not my patron.
Now, little Vess, did I ever make the proclivity that I was your true patron god? I mean, yes, I said it, but did that make it real and true and honest the entire time?
Heavily implied it.
Oh, I heavily implied that I'm a god of murder. Does that actually make me the god of murder, or is that just how I'm seen?
Vess will
point,
kind of like scowl and have like nothing to say to that.
Yes, at this point, the entire court erupts with noise, cheers, clappings. It's bedlam.
Oh.
What is the judge gonna do?
Judge, what do you do?
The judge sees this light, and he sort of puts both like claws on the edge of the desk and pulls himself forward and looks down at Vess.
Oh, by the way, Judge, you also heard that.
Oh yeah, I know. It is the finding of this court. Vess the Kobold, you are absolved of your crimes. This court finds you not guilty. All charges are dropped, and he slams his fist into the desk, causing the whole courtroom to shake.
And as the whole courtroom shakes, the jury disappears. The peanut gallery disappears. The only people, the prosecution witnesses disappear, except for Rags. The only people who are left in the courtroom is the clerk, the bailiff, the judge, Dr. Vess, Amelia, Lady Mary, the assistant to Lady Mary, which you do not know who this person is. They've got really short hair, and it looks like they're wearing some sort of tight-fitting uh, uh, clothes on, but they look really, really meek.
Is Ball still there?
Yes, Ball is still there.
The
Did not disappear.
clerk has slowly poked his head up over the witness stand after all this spell casting has occurred and kind of says, "Is it safe?"
Vess will stagger over to the defense table because I picture he's probably still
Yes,
looking
he
like
is.
all
Yeah,
swirly
he's
and
looking ragged.
he'll say, "I'm sorry I put you through that," and Moogie especially. I needed to ask you to do something that was really horrific for you to have to do.
Lady Mary stands up, walks over to you, Vess. Seemingly walked through this golden shell around you. Leans over and went, "The purpose of this court was to find the goodness and not your crimes. I think you found it."
I feel pretty reassured. He
And
smiles.
she indicates the golden glow. And it's about time that your patron showed themselves to you, don't you think?
I guess so. I'm a little bit worried about this. I have a vague idea of what'll happen, but this is the first time.
Don't worry. It will be all right. She puts her hand on top of you. How many hit points are you down?
I had 3 left out
Oh,
of 93.
Yeah, the
So
next swing would have
that
truly
hit
killed you.
that hit that Moogie would have done that would have hit me, like that would have been
yeah.
the
Okay.
killing blow.
Yep. She puts her hand on your head and goes, "Be healed, small kobold." You feel like all of your all the muscles and all the cuts that Mookie gave you feel like they're going away. Do you feel better? And she walks back out, seemingly back out of this golden whatever it is. She stops. She says something. Now, just for you, Beth, I want you to roll a perception to see if you can hear what she's saying.
Okay. Oh, what a time to I rolled a natural 20 for 21.
Very good. You hear this coming from Lady Mary. "I thank you, my love, for saving him." And she continues to walk. The only other person that heard that, well, the only 2 people that heard that is Ball and the judge. As she's
And
walking back.
Ball has this enormous grin on his face, and he saunters over to you, Vess, squats down. Now, because you're a kobold and you're small, he squats down, scoops you up off the floor, looks you dead in the eye, and says, "You're welcome."
I'm still not sure what I have to thank for you.
He reaches up and just touches your forehead ever so lightly, and a thought pops into your head. Let me message you.
Okay. I'm curious about this. This is stuff that this is new to me, so I'm really curious about this.
Judge, as you're writing that, you also heard what Lady Mary said. You see Lady Mary kind of gathering up her papers, talking to her assistant. What do you do?
Um, that's the thought that pops into your head.
Okay.
The judge looks down at the swirling light. It puts his paw, his big old dragon paw down. Now, has Vess walked out of the light?
No, he's still in the
Yeah.
light.
Yeah.
He kind
He's
of
still being
hooks.
surrounded by light. That's
It's
what
kind
I
of
mean.
emanating from him, I would think,
Yeah,
actually.
he kind of swipes his claw through the light, and you can see some of it get taken away. Like it's kind of like a liquid on his claw. He's sitting there rubbing it and looking at it.
and it does seem to kind of react to you, like lovingly. You're feeling warmth of this light.
Yes, the judge kind of looks down at you, and you don't see this glaring visage anymore. You see this calm, sort of morose, demure face, and you see his lips purse up a little bit, and then you hear as he blows a kiss at you, and then vanishes from the court.
Aw.
And now it's just you guys.
Oh.
Lady Mary continues to pack up her stuff, and she goes, "Oh, yes, how to get back? I am so sorry."
Don't worry, I got him. I'll send him back. I know which door to put him through.
And who's saying that?
Val is.
Make sure they all go back, and that includes
Oh, I'll
Moogie.
put them to the entire door. I want to talk to Vess in private real quick before he goes.
Thank you. Amelia, come here.
Mm.
Amelia walks over. Yes, you performed your job beautifully. That is what I wanted you to do. I hope you had fun. You didn't fight anything massive, I hope. And now I get to put you back to where you're supposed to be. Was that a good break from what you normally do? And Amelia sighs heavily, looks over at Vess, gives Vess a wink, looks back and says, "Yes, I'd like to be put back with my friends. I have this nagging feeling that they're going to need me. And this experience is giving me some ideas." And you see Lady Mary, Amelia, and this assistant that you guys still don't know who this person is, all walk out the door. They open the door, golden light. They walk through it. They close. And Rags comes bounding down. "Oh my gosh, that was the most amazing thing, Vess. What was going on? Oh my lord! Oh," and she is just bouncing all over the place.
Calm down.
Now, Vess,
Well,
I may not be
well, my,
your
aren't you a little bundle of energy?
I may
Yeah.
not be your true patron god, Vess, but regardless of how you feel about it, I have been looking out for you. After all, you are one of my better investments.
Better
Best
investments.
investments. Oh god, thank
You
you.
had
Yeah,
a
that he made that joke. He made that joke.
Thank you.
you had
So
a
I'll keep looking out for you on the sideline.
I'm gonna do another reveal.
Oh no.
That means I take it that means that this stays safe then, and Vess is gonna like open his coat and he's gonna pull out the little bottle that has this little suspicious like marble shaped orb suspended in it.
I like the idea he pulls back his coat and it's revealed it's two smaller kobolds.
Two even smaller kobolds.
Oh
Yes, that little
gosh.
trinket of yours is going to stay safe and fine.
But
Good.
I think Paul. I don't think Vess should have it unless he wants to get called up on the carpet again.
As long as it gets put somewhere safe, that planet needs to be away.
Why don't you let me hold on to that for a little then, just to be sure.
Okay. Oh, he'll actually like hand it to Ball.
Ball hooks it with his clawed pinky and kind of swallows it.
It's gone. It's gone forever.
He doesn't. Won't get digested. It'll just stay inside of his stomach for.
It's to be fair, it's in a stasis field, like a pretty powerful stasis field, so it's probably fine.
Probably fine.
Well, you know what? I'd like to go back to where we were because
And-
we have unfinished business. I mean, Arkham does.
Ah, yes, you do, don't you? Well then,
I do.
head through that door over there, and he points to the one on the far right, and wait in the hall for me, and I'll send you back.
Wait.
Okay.
Can I speak to the? Wait, we're still speaking to the judge, right?
No,
No,
this
Judge
is
is-
Val.
The judge has
Val.
left. Judge
Val.
left.
How come? Why are you letting dark matter get away more than it needs?
It's like you're dark, he's dark. Come on.
Dark matter is an entirely different dimensional being. He exists beyond this plane in a separate plane altogether. Yes, we
See-
interact with each other, but we don't confide the crimes of other gods in other dimensions. That's not how things work here, little Arkham. One day when you're a demigod, you'll understand. But for
Wait,
now,
wait,
there's a door
what?
that'll let you hit you in the ass on the way out.
I like the
So it's
idea
like,
he taps
what?
his head.
I'm gonna be a what now?
Don't
Go
think too hard
on.
about it.
Prance away. Now, Vess, that little cross I gave you, that is my sign. If you ever
Oh.
need my help, be sure to use it. All right?
Okay.
All right, now. He kind of like just plops you on the floor. Run along now. The gateway is in the hall, right outside the door. One at a time, or you'll get stuck.
Okay.
And as soon
You
as
know
all
what? I think
all
I'm
of
gonna
y'all leave the room, he claps his hands at us. That was kind of crazy. What the hell?
Gonna be a
I don't know, Moogie, and it's so good to see you. Oh, good.
Speaking to see you
Ark-
too.
Arkham's just looking
Yay!
down, Arkham's just looking down on the ground in a confused thought. What he
I
just told me. What he just
Prob-
told Arkham.
I probably should explain a little bit of that. Vet says he's still kind of like clutching himself, and he's still flickering with golden energy.
Just a wee
Um,
bit, yes.
Like a glow
And
stick.
as
Yeah.
you're going up to the door, and you go through the door, and then you see an open archway. Who's going first?
I mean, I am.
Okay.
Let Arkham go first. Yeah, he needs to get out of here quickly.
Who's going second?
Moogie will go second.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Rags will follow. Rags is following Moogie.
Yeah. Old one
Who's
and
going
Mage Hand
next?
go.
Vessel gesture. Vess is gonna try to go last. He's
Yeah.
like, you guys should go first, just in
Well,
case.
Go and Alex just kind of goes. Is Vaster going last?
Yeah, no, I think it's safer
Where's
if everybody
that-
else
that-
goes first.
that-
Okay.
One chick at that
He walks
tiefling.
through.
Yes.
I'm right here.
Right here.
Shay, are you following this Murray band?
Oh, absolutely. They seem like a
They-
hoot.
I think she's
Alright.
following Moogie.
Meanwhile, Jacathio's over in the corner trying to get a candy bar out of the vending machine and struggling immensely.
Well,
He's
well,
grabbing it and
Jacathio,
shaking it.
Jacathio,
Yes.
as you're trying to get this candy bar, you're starting to fade away.
No, not my candy bar. No, no. I spent
Candy bar drops down right
$1.25.
when
I spent a
After
gold
you-
25.
Yeah, the candy
No.
bar falls down.
After he disappears, the candy bar just drops.
Yeah, that's what I was
We
thinking.
all had the idea. We
You
all
would
just
hear
didn't
an
do it.
echo of
Um,
I'll just walk
Yeah,
over.
Shay'll go with them. Shay'll go with them. She'll
okay.
yeah.
Shay will be somewhere else when we start up because it'll be ashes the next time we do
Yep.
this. Okay.
Get out.
So, everybody goes through. Dr. Vess, you're the last person. You're looking at where you just were, the experience you just had. And this light gets brighter and brighter and brighter. And you start to feel a change. And that is where we're going to end this episode of Realms of Eternal Essence.
Yay!
Yeah!
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us for Realms of Awakened Essence, Season 8,
I'm actually a little
Episode
bit burning
4.
up right now.
Guilty
I-
as charged. Well,
I
maybe
am
not
burning
guilty.
up right now, honestly. I really am. This whole court case thing kind of got me a little bit overheated.
Thank you so much, everyone, for going along with this particular episode. It was not much fighting unless it was the very end, and
So who was happy to see Bahamut return?
Yeah. Ball is quite a character
very
too.
welcome, Lemon.
Well, me and Dr. Beth are gonna have to discuss in the next episode about this whole demigod thing, and when we get back to my story, it's one thing that Arkham just looked. Arkham was just like, "Wait, what?"
What?
Or
You're
that
very
particular
welcome.
line that Moogie used to do back in our opening trailer for this season. Wait, what?
Oh man. I'm actually burning up right now. Oh my god.
Oh. Yeah,
And
Vets put Moogie on the spot with that one.
let's go again. Go around the table. This time we'll start on the other end of. Let's see. That way. Yes. You, Arkham. You get to go first.
You're up.
My name is Arkham. I'm very confused on what's going on, but I'm sure Dr. Best will give me answers. But in the meantime, I've got to avenge my village.
Anyways, you
Which
also you get revenge your village and maybe strangle dark matter while you're at it.
No, no, that was a given. Dark Matter and I have words to exchange, and I've been played.
To have words.
And I was played by Constellation Squid. How's it going?
Hey.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pass it. And I'm gonna pass it off downstairs. Aldrin, you got the floor.
Oh, hello everyone. I hope you enjoyed. That was kind of weird. Well, anyways, I hope we could figure out Arkham can get his revenge, and maybe we can figure out where the culprits went. Major, you've been very quiet since we got here. Don't think about it. Okay. Well, anyways, I was played by Gearbox. How do you do? Now, who's under me? Oh, yes. It's everyone's favorite.
The kobold of the hour.
Yes.
The kobold of the hour.
I am. I go by Pi or Chris, and I play Dr. Vess. we got some revelations about his character.
Realizations.
I think the next realm session is going to be interesting too.
Yes.
It'll be pretty brief. It'll be brief, but there's one more revelation to be had.
Oh yes. We move to the person next to Vess.
Hello, I am Dracathio Varagath, a werewolf slash dwarf who is also really wanting a candy bar now, but darn it.
And now we move to the person that way. Yes, that way.
Hello, everybody. I am Magnarim. I play Leilana, who wasn't in this particular proceeding, of course, but I do play Moogie and Bal and the Judge Bahamut. And I hope you guys had wonderful fun with this, as there was some dark humor and some light humor and some critical something or other toward the end that I'm not very happy about because he doesn't like to hurt his friends. I'm gonna pass it off to that dragon lady with the staff above me. That's currently looks like she's getting ready to nuke New York.
And, it happens. Hi, everyone. I'm Atricia Noir. I normally play Ashes, but today I was Shazon, the tiefling. And apparently a lot of people like my accent, so she may be coming back at some point.
Oh, no, she'll definitely come back.
I think she's gonna.
See, there you go.
That was a fun character.
I think Shay has a secret crush on Moogie now.
Mayhaps.
Mayhaps.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun, and I got to stare down a god. So,
yes, you did.
And make her back off. Like,
yes, you did.
More than once.
More than once. I am your wonderful DM. I played both Lady Mary and Amelia. I was Rags. I played Mad Maggie. This was a very interesting episode, and we
don't forget about the bailiff. You played the bailiff too.
Oh yes, and I played the bailiff. He's a nice little herald, isn't he?
Indeed.
And I do believe
Without further
we're.
ado, ladies and
ahead.
gentlemen, thank you for joining us for Realms of Awakened Essence, Season 8, Episode 4. Innocent as charged. Not guilty as charged, because we now know that Vess is innocent. So,
We're gonna get an alternate ending. We'll send it next year.
maybe, we don't know.
Dr. Vest turns out he's guilty.
Yes,
Yeah.
very sus indeed. But until then, we'll see you next time, and remember, be empowered to play.
Bye,
everyone.
guys. Good luck.
Bye.
Bye.
See you next time.
Sun is coming up, are you ready to go? We can take a ride, we can take it slow. Your will is my law, I'ma let you be the boss, cause I'll go where you go. I'll take you to a place we can see it all. Step off the edge, I can break your fall. Your will is my law, I'ma let you be the boss, cause I'll go where you go. When you fall down, I'll get you back up again. The things you try are things that you won't regret. We are kings of the world, and tonight is our playground. We are kings of the world, and anywhere it's homebound. We are kings of the world.